This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Damn. Again, right under the fucking wire.
Yeah. You just made it.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked. What are we going to do today? My God.
I don't know.
Wow.
I get in my truck and turn on the windshield wipers.
Yeah.
And the driver's side wiper just goes pop. Pops off it. It's the little pin.
Right.
It's not even just, pop it back on. It's the little pin that holds the wiper on.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do what they call a presidential solution.
Really?
And use a paper clip in place of the pin. But
presidential solution.
Yeah.
Black?
No. It's just when you have a problem, and then you use whatever resources
He's getting
you have
very sneaky with his black stuff
to fix it.
They call it presidential solution now?
It's the presidential solution, I call it.
God, I got to keep up with this racist shit.
Yeah, what?
New racist shit to learn. New racist shit to learn.
It's an homage to the man.
An homage, okay.
An homage. Yeah. So, and I had to, the snow was all on the windshield, so I had to push it off.
Right.
And then your hands get pretty goddamn cold.
Yeah.
Try bending a paper clip in cold weather with wet, snowy hands. It could be worse than a gut shot from a shotgun, as far as pain goes. It hurts.
Maybe we could give that one to the news.
Yeah?
Yeah, have them bend paper clips in the cold weather.
Oh, that would be a good one, instead of the freezing shirt.
Sure.
Or, whatever else they've been doing.
This winter is fucked up.
It's crazy.
Someone's got to say, what the fuck's going on? We never get snow like this in New York. We haven't had snow like this in years.
No.
We get hit with a storm here and there, and it goes away quickly, but it's storm after storm after storm. Is it setting records? Snowfall records yet?
I don't know. I wish Chad was here. Chad would tell us that, the barometric pressure.
So now we got kind of an ice storm happening.
Yeah, now it's sleet and freezing rain.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the roads were really bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
If you're waking up, just fucking stay in bed. It's ugly out there.
Foggy.
Jimmy's not here yet, so that's going to be a fucking nightmare.
What happened? Trying to get a cab?
He'll be ornery when he comes in.
It's like impossible out there.
Yeah, it's like a sheet of ice. Mm-hmm. Record snow buries New York City. What year was that from? That looks like the 1800s, the turn of the century.
Is that an apple cart?
Life magazine.
In the middle of the road?
It looks like it. What's that?
Well, this is obviously the Great Blizzard of 1947.
What's the Great Blizzard of 1947? How many inches?
It was all right.
Oh, look at that. That's easy. Unless you're living in 1947.
Right.
Then it's a complete and utter fucking disaster.
I bet not a lot of plow resources back then.
No.
And they
not a lot of plows.
Yeah.
They got 25.8 inches in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
That's nice.
We've beat that in New York, haven't we?
Yeah, we had that one a couple
of years ago. We did almost 3 feet.
Yeah.
So, a fancy man like Anthony doesn't have a garage for his Escalade. Yeah. Why are you keeping your Escalade outside in the worst winter in recent memory?
I had conveyed that to young Sam Roberts yesterday. When you have a 2-car garage,
right?
One half of the garage is the Mustang,
right?
Because you can't leave that out.
Well, put that somewhere else.
I can't.
Why? You're not driving it anytime soon.
Well, where am I going to put it? And then the other half is usually taken up with crap. It's like, I'll put it in the garage for a little while.
Right.
And it's during the summer when you don't garage the car and everything. And then by the winter, you're like, oh, great, I have no room for this. So.
Are you a hoarder?
I have some hoarding tendencies.
Do you
as far
really?
as a few things go. I'll admit. There's a few things that I do like to collect. A lot of electronics. I'm an electronics lunatic.
Do you not throw stuff? I can't throw electronics out, no matter how outdated it is.
Just
For some reason,
throw it
looking at
away.
it,
Ridiculous.
Throw
It is
it
ridiculous.
away. My God.
I have like those plastic tubs of
Right.
things that could just be taken out.
cords,
To the curb.
like BlackBerry plugs.
Who needs it?
That would drive me nuts.
And all it is a problem when you're trying to look for a cord that you need for something that you have, because then
Right.
you're digging through adapters and stuff for shit that doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh, fuck. I have no problem throwing shit away.
Terrible.
None
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Toss it.
But that goes back to just moving around so many times. You just didn't have a lot of shit that you could collect.
Well, moving is a good way to get rid of shit.
Oh, get rid of everything.
You just say, I'm starting fresh.
Reminds me, I'm ready for a toy sweep soon.
Oh, you're
The middle of the night toy sweep.
right. What do? You assess what your kid plays with and doesn't, and then you throw away the...
But it gets a little, it used to be, oh, this is broken, I'll just throw it away. Now it's like, I haven't noticed him playing with that thing over there for a while.
Yeah.
Gah! Down the chute.
And he notices now. He's got
A
to
little
notice
bit.
that
Every once in a
things
while.
are gone.
But you distract him with something else, and then he moves on.
Daddy, that wasn't broken.
A toy sweep is the fucking best fucking
Toy
feeling
sweep.
ever.
Like when the cops dress in that fucking
Yeah.
SWAT gear and go
Yeah.
and clean out a neighborhood.
Right. But it just starts with little broken stuff, and then you're like, you know what? No, man, all this could go. Just fucking
get
clear
rid
it
of
out. How was the ride in, Jimmy?
Awful.
It's bad out there.
Considering what it is, it took me 15 minutes to get a cab, which is a long time for
Right.
our building in our area.
It's a very
Usually
long
they're
time.
fucking
Yeah.
piled up out there. But there was just nothing. And I wasn't going to walk up the street.
Hell's
The
no.
poor man had to stand out there in this awful, drizzly.
Get me a cab.
Pronto.
I realize how I'm going to die. It's not going to be of cancer
Oh,
or
no.
getting shot. It's going to be when I get out of a cab in sneakers, trying to navigate and leap over a puddle. I'm going to crack my teeth. on the fucking...
Wait, slow down. You're not going to die from cancer or
Right.
getting shot? Those are your two examples?
Well, I was trying to think of one that would be internal and one external.
Right, okay, good. You covered it.
All right.
It's going to be leaping over a puddle, fucking to avoid ruining my sneakers. That's how I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Brutal.
bad out there. The slushy, icy roads.
It's just
Very slippery.
It's just so it's just weird because we just haven't had this over and over
On
again.
Sunday too, right?
Yeah, now they're talking what, a foot? Or are they going more than a foot? I heard 30 inches yesterday, but that's people
I heard
that love to-
40.
You heard 40.
Jimmy?
They love pumping it up. Now I think they're relaxing a little bit, saying maybe
I
a
think
foot.
so.
Is that what they're saying?
41.
Wow. Good one.
41 inches. Fuck.
Yeah.
So
It was bad. It was like that heavy snow, too. And I think that's what broke my windshield wiper. When I turned it on,
Yeah.
my wipers just went, dunk. They do that little dunk, and then just stop. And you're worried that, like, the motor's going to burn out.
did you fix your leaky tire?
I have the adapter now for the lug nut, and that was what was missing. So now it's going to get fixed. Yeah, I have those adapters that so people can't just steal your
Right.
cars with a lug, or your tires with a lug wrench.
Right.
So yeah, we finally found it yesterday.
You've had a leaky
Keith found
tire
it.
for a while, huh?
It's been a while because I haven't had the lug nut adapter. But Keith found it yesterday.
Now there's lug nut adapters?
You can't just grab a lug wrench and start turning anymore. There's a little key. It's like a key with a pattern on it that fits into the other pattern on the lug nut, and then you could crack it off there.
But
yeah,
But if you were going to steal tires, wouldn't you just find a lug nut adapter?
you could do that. You could just use
What's the purpose of the lug nut
use a
adapter?
pipe wrench and take it off. It's for honest people, I guess. So honest people don't steal your
Yeah, but
tires.
if you're going to steal fucking tires, you're going to figure out the tools of the trade, right?
Of course.
Fuck, when I needed a light for my old car,
You go out,
you find a nice parking lot.
Midnight Auto Parts.
You find a car that looks very much like yours.
Sure, plenty of them around, right?
I did give them the courtesy of giving them my broken light.
Hey, that's nice.
So it looks like, someone might have bumped into them.
Yeah. It's those light lenses were a big item out on the road.
That's as far as I went with that shit.
I went drive shaft and tailgate for a pickup truck.
It was for my Honda Accord hatchback.
Oh.
Yes. That car moved back in the day. Loved my Honda Accord hatchback.
Was that your sporty vehicle?
I
wasn't the one with the windshield wipers that were busted, was it?
No, that was the S10 Blazer.
Oh.
Yeah, with the you mean the
dangerous.
side view? The side view window?
Didn't you have one with windshield wipers that were broken, and there was like, oh, no, there was the door was broken, and it was wired shut or something, and people could have been cut in half?
Oh, God, that's the Dodge Aspen wagon. Puke green color. I was proud of that car because I was able to drive to school and park it next to all the fucking Volvos.
Oh, that's
my high school loved the Volvo. Is that it?
There it is.
Holy fuck, that is it. Well, I mean, not my actual car, but a car very similar. Yeah, the Dodge Aspen wagon.
So your doors were broken?
The back doors were broken, so my dad decided to get a piece of wire.
Like baling wire or something,
It was pretty,
right? Yeah.
It was pretty thick.
Oh.
And he door to door, so you had to climb out the windows if I picked you up.
And the worst part,
and the
though,
wires,
you had to sit behind the wire?
You had to sit under the wire, yeah, because it was going right across the two doors.
So if you got into an accident...
Oh, it would have been fucking ugly.
Cut in half like a hard-boiled egg.
Oh, yeah, man. I was proud of that. That was my car.
Man, come on.
It was everyone's car, but I felt like it was mine when I got to drive it to school.
It doesn't matter how shitty your cars were back then. It was like, that's your car.
It mattered. At Harborfield High School, it mattered.
Oh, right.
It mattered.
Those socias.
These rich fucks. Well, I'm richer than all of you now!
Damn.
You pieces of shit. Don't give me the time of day because I have a Dodge Aspen wagon. How dare you?
Oh, do you have to find the parking spot next to the Porsche?
Yeah. I just like that I could drive to school finally, but
that was
these fucking kids. That's why when these rich interns come in here, I have flashbacks because these rich kids at 16, 17, mostly at 16 years old, we're getting these sick fucking brand new cars.
There's no justice.
Holy fuck.
They have their super sweet 16 parties, and they get amazing cars.
And Run DMC.
And Run DMC, right.
Right.
I drove a really cool car when I was younger.
Oh, did you?
I drove the Taupe. My dad's Topaz.
Nice.
96,000 miles.
Nice.
She was all mine.
Nice.
She was all mine.
Oh. Did you burn out the passenger side window motor? Hello? Lady, sir?
Hello, you. You human. Get over here. Human in a dress.
I remember another memory. So I finally got to get the Honda.
Oh, yeah.
The Honda hatchback, Honda Accord hatchback.
That was a big car back then. Like, big to own it. It was like, wow.
I always worked pretty hard and made my own money and shit and was finally able to buy that.
Ooh.
And my dad, because, you know, things went a little south for him, being an entrepreneur, you know. Entrepreneur. Either a giant check would come or nothing for years.
Oh, shit.
And so he had shitty cars, and I finally have this Honda Accord hatchback. And then next thing you know, he wants to, like, start using my Honda Accord hatchback.
Oh, no.
But it was not an automatic. It was a stick.
A stick, yeah.
And that didn't matter that he didn't know how to drive a stick. And he would get mad at me if I didn't let him use my car. And I'm like, but you don't know how to use a stick. And
burning out the clutch.
So I remember, like, being in my room, and I was home for the summer because I was in college when I finally got my first car. And I would have to hear him fucking just ripping up 25A, not knowing how to use a stick with my brand new car.
You're just saying shift.
I'm like,
shift
fuck.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money to fix this thing. I have just enough money to make the car payments.
Why didn't you take the crappy car?
I don't, because I think my mom was using it to fucking go get her cans.
Where would she get cans from?
God.
Wait, where would she get cans from?
She would fucking go and get cans.
In the neighborhood?
Yes.
Just in front of people's houses, look through the bags?
Oh, God, no. Well, I got 6 years on my younger brother, so they actually saw it for real. I saw it a little bit because I was moving on to college and stuff.
Yeah.
And she decided to get into the can business, and she would dumpster dive fucking to get cans. She loved it.
Oh.
So I guess she was using the family car to get her cans.
Any of your friends ever see?
Not mine, to be honest with you. I don't have a story there, but my brothers have a million.
Oh.
A million. Because, you know, my mom would go and, you know, carpool and pick them up from their houses and stuff, and the smell of beer and just from the empty
no.
cans.
Oh,
And
no.
if she had a good day, you know, they would be in the back seat, the bag of cans.
Oh, my God.
Like,
He's not happy about this story.
No,
I don't
I wouldn't
care.
be either.
Well,
It's embarrassing.
no, it's
not embarrassing anymore. Whatever.
I would have been embarrassed.
She loved it. She loved doing it. It's like, fuck, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know?
Were they bummed that their friends saw?
Oh, they must.
I would imagine they were. Sure.
Hey,
I'm
so
sure
your
they
mom
could tell you
in
a story or two.
In the dumpster. You don't want to hear that anyone saw your mom in the dumpster.
No.
That's something as a kid.
No.
It's really bad.
No. Yeah, she loved a good empty.
Yeah, a good empty.
She loved it.
She spot one at like fucking
oh boy, did she love
100
it.
yards.
Oh man. Oh man. She found a dumpster filled with them.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was a payday.
Like a gold mine.
Yep. And then she would fucking bring back the empties.
Pay dirt.
Oh God. And then when the cars died in my family, we would just fucking ditch them on the road.
Just abandon the cars.
Yep. Yeah, my dad would take cars away like you would take a dead pet.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden it would
Last
just be
you're gonna
gone.
see.
But it would just be gone. What happens to the car? And it would be just some weird, sketchy, thing. Very vague.
Leave the house with the car and
But he got lazy because
come back with a screwdriver.
Well, the Cross Bronx Expressway was a great one to dump a car back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because you would dump a car on the side of the road on the Cross Bronx Expressway. We all that are a bit older remember you take that Cross Bronx Expressway across the GWB and you would see those abandoned cars, but nothing would be left in them.
It's like dropping a cricket on an anthill.
Yeah, they would be picked apart.
Yeah.
So I believe my dad might have brought them in that area or somewhere close.
Helping out some of the urban youth.
I mean, how much did it cost to get rid of an old car?
I don't know. I used to take them to the junkyard. They would just take them. They were the junkyards around Long Island.
Well, give you a couple $100, right?
Yeah. Sometimes they'd give you a couple $100 for it, $100, $50, whatever.
No, I don't know for sure.
Oh, boy.
And my dad's been gone, 10 years, so I guess I'm safe. But I'm thinking he might have done it because he might have got a little taste of some insurance money or something.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole different thing.
I'm not sure, though.
Right.
I don't think anyone could prove that at this point. But
and you tell the insurance company when you woke up, it was gone.
Right.
You parked it out back last night.
Because why wouldn't he just go to the junkyard and get maybe $200 cash or something?
Yeah.
It would be this sketchy thing that the car was gone. But then he got lazy when he got older, and instead of going I'm just saying the Cross Bronx Expressway, but I'm sure he found a spot similar, which was a good hour and a half from our house.
Yeah.
But then he got lazy when he got older, and when the cars would die,
he took to Main Street, Huntington.
He brought it right up the street.
Oh shit!
He didn't even make it to Main Street, Huntington.
Oh no!
You know where I used to live?
Yeah.
Right at the top of the hill, at the first fucking set of stores.
And you guys would see it?
I personally, that's another story from my younger brothers, but they said they were driving by once and they're like, Dad, why is our car? And he would deny that it was ours, and it would just be sitting in this parking lot, which during the day you didn't notice, but when everyone cleared out, when business was over, it would be the only car in the parking lot. My brothers would be like, why is our car there? And my dad would make believe it wasn't ours and stuff. And then my brother would go, but there's a Geneseo sticker on the back window, where I went to college.
The shenanigans that went on.
Oh, my God.
A lot of shenanigans.
A lot of wheeling and dealing to make ends meet.
There you go. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, as they say.
Jimmy on Long Island, what kind of car did Mariah Carey drive to high school? I have no idea. That was, Mariah Carey went to my high school, but my brothers knew her pretty well, and my sister a little bit.
Oh, I bet she had a Firebird.
I'm not really sure. I'll have to ask him. She didn't have any fucking money.
Yeah.
None. She was she worked the cashier at I think it was Wall Bombs at the time in Greenlawn. Yeah, she was just a cashier.
The cool kids had like a Firebird. If you had a Smokey and the Bandit type Firebird, that was pretty fucking sweet. And then also an El Camino or a Ranchero, your pickup car kind of a thing, were very cool. GTOs. Those were cool. But
there's the Topaz. There's Jimmy's car.
Nova.
Let me see the old taupe.
Is that about the year of your taupe?
No, it looks different. We had No, I think ours was a silverish and had more of a rounded, like a sleeker.
Piece of shit.
Hey, the taupe was what I called it, the old puss wagon. in honor of the driver.
Okay, thank you.
But no, it's that's almost like a Saab. Mine was 87, 91. That's around the year, but mine looked a little different.
Yeah, there were a lot of Saabs as well in my high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saab. Do they even make Saabs anymore?
Yeah. There's still some Saabs.
James in Brooklyn, he goes, it's called an insurance job. Everyone did it back then. Nobody sold a car.
Yeah, for the newer cars. The old junk was. The thing is, I used to drive the car until it was like fucking dead.
Nothing.
And then once it died, you called up the junkyard and they came with the flatbed and hauled it away. Sometimes it was just a trade. You know, hey, I'll haul this car away from your house.
Right.
You know, you don't get any money, but it's gone. But it was usually because, the fucking car just died. Then you pick up the paper, you find another car for maybe $350, as is.
Right.
And there you go. You're back in business.
So yesterday's show was interesting.
Oh. Wow.
And I wrote Tim. I wrote, because I don't know what they think down the hall, because
I don't know,
we're in avoidance mode right now. So I decided to throw one out there, a little text. I wrote Tim, I go, hey, the feedback from today, wow, man, off the hook. Can't keep up with it.
Yeah, a lot of people I was reading.
Never wrote back.
Oh,
never wrote back.
Well.
Yeah. It's at least easy to come up with that email. No that pesky back and forth.
Right.
That was my way of testing the waters.
Yeah, put a toe in right there.
I was testing the waters.
Get anything back.
Because the one thing that I will never, ever, ever understand, this is the only thing I want to say about yesterday. Like, in the end, I don't give a fuck because I just know it was great radio. I mean, great radio.
Yeah.
And I will pat myself on the back, and we all should pat ourselves on the back. It was great radio.
Yeah.
But over the years, I've learned with this radio show, when we have great radio, it's always a major issue with the company we work with.
There's a problem.
A major issue.
That's true.
And it's our jobs to just get the people talking. Get the people talking about us, get the people talking about the company we're at.
Exactly.
Getting them to maybe listen a little longer, get them to, turn some buddies onto the show.
Yep.
But every time we've had what I call great radio, the days when you go home, it was great radio. Those are the days you're always worrying about your job.
They go, they're all, no.
Right.
What did you do? What?
When the feedback's all good, it's a problem.
It's always a problem. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
Yeah.
Because in the end, Pat Cooper's rant yesterday doesn't hurt anybody.
No.
It just doesn't hurt anybody.
It's hilarious.
Unless you got an incredibly shallow ego and you're going to make your phone calls behind the scenes. But besides that, it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt the fucking company. It doesn't hurt Howard. It doesn't hurt us.
No.
Period.
It's part of the whole thing.
And Sirius had a great quarter, too.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, they added 411,000 new subscribers in the fourth quarter.
It's because of us.
411,000, a lot more people listening online. The whole business is slowly moving to
the online
thing, which still doesn't really compete with in-car listening, but it's the numbers moving.
No,
the numbers moving. The whole world is moving that way, right? On demand and online listening. So
yeah.
So congratulations to SiriusXM.
Congrats, guys. Oh, that was the car I was trying to think of. A bunch of hot girls on Long Island.
Yeah.
Would drive those old Monte Carlos.
Oh,
I got a Monte Carlo. My Monte.
Yeah.
With the big hair. Fucking driving that shit around. Old school Long Island. Oh, yeah.
I hated Long Island broads.
Oh.
To be honest with you.
That's all we had. That's all we had.
I hated them. I didn't do well with them.
No.
When I went to college at Geneseo, it was like, the whole world opened up to me. People were just nicer, and they came from all over the place.
Long Island girls were hard to crack.
Brutal.
Yeah.
The Japs, we used to call them.
Yep. Jewish American princesses.
That was a big deal when we were growing up.
Yep.
The Japs, they were called.
Mile-high hairdos.
You had to go out. You had to go out with their mothers as well for some reason.
Yes.
There was always a fucking problem. And if you weren't Jewish, forget it. Oh, forget it.
Like Goodfellas.
And there were a lot of Jews. There were so many Jews.
There were a lot of Jews growing up.
There just were so many.
The Jewish chicks.
I remember, like, if I, was attracted to a girl and she had that look, I was praying it was Italian. I was praying. And then you would find out it was a Jew.
And now you're like, boy.
And the moms just hated guys like me. Fucking hated me.
You'd show up and you'd have like your little necklace on. You'd have to tuck it in real quick.
They tied that.
Only the good half.
Oh, boy.
Kind of people are these?
They did not like the Catholics.
No.
The Catholics. Dating their daughters.
Nope.
So,
that was a big deal.
Right. Anyway, what are we doing today, boys and girls?
Gloria Leonard died. Do you guys remember her?
Who?
Gloria Leonard. She was a porn star from the 70s.
Oh, High Society.
There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
73.
Well,
73.
What movies was she in?
You know, I don't remember a lot. I'll tell you what I remember. It was Taboo American Style. It was a 4-part series where she played the mom.
Right.
And Raven was the fucking young, dirty daughter who was fucking Paul Thomas, who was the father.
Right.
It's really hot. And in one scene in part 2, like Gloria Leonard's all whacked out on pills that the daughter's giving her, and Raven makes her girlfriend eat her mother's pussy.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
It's fucking dirty.
Boy, you sound like Rex Reed.
I feel like Rex Reed.
It's great.
I feel like Robert Reed.
Very close.
It was so hot. It was
Wow.
so hot because the girl wants to eat Raven's pussy. She wants to go down to her friend, and she's like, "Mother, I hope you appreciate what I'm doing for you."
Wow.
And her friend's got her face between her mother's legs.
That's
Why do they
amazing.
blow off storylines? I used to
I
like
love them.
I used to
Those
like
are
a good,
fun.
twisted, dirty storyline.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know, you knew the acting was a little rough at times, but
Yep.
but it threw the fantasy into your head.
That's what that whole thing was in Boogie Nights when they showed the movies, and then they went to video, and it's just those big busty girls in the jacuzzi, and it's
Right.
like, just keep rolling.
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't matter. No story anymore.
Speaking of Boogie Nights, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Still dead?
They've arrested 4 in connection with Hoffman's drugs.
Damn.
They found 350 bags in this apartment, where I guess Hoffman used to cop.
Why wouldn't you get rid of them when he dies?
But
Yeah, right.
Are they bags of heroin or just the empty bags?
Yeah, 350 bags, likely heroin found. I believe, because you read these stories so quickly in the morning, you try to read as much shit as possible. But I believe this is where he used to cop, or copped on a regular basis. But this past weekend, he was at an ATM copping or something, or he took money out of an ATM, and then he was in front of a grocery store or something with 2 guys with messenger bags. So he didn't go to this particular apartment this time,
Right.
But he's been seen at this apartment a few times, and they interviewed an addict, and some guy was getting his heroin and saw Philip Seymour Hoffman and was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
He loved heroin.
Yeah.
Wow, did he love heroin.
So they arrested 4 people that are connected to that particular apartment.
Damn. Those guys were probably like, oh, great.
And pulled out 350 bags.
Can't
bags.
just be some low life.
Bags that are in the apartment didn't have the same, like, what was it, Ace of Spades,
Right.
and the other thing that he had on his.
They did or didn't?
They did not.
Oh, okay.
So.
You know,
Ace of Spades, yeah.
I was watching a lot of this shit last night, and they were talking to a guy that's really deep into busting the heroin dealers and stuff. He's one of these hardcore guys.
Personal story?
No, he's just trying to fight the good fight.
Good luck.
And he said now that Philip Seymour Hoffman died from this particular brand of heroin, he said everybody wants it. That's how fucked up this drug is.
That's so fucked.
They say when word gets out, when a particular strain of heroin kills somebody, everybody wants that because they know that's the strong shit. Isn't that amazing?
That's pretty fucked up. That makes no sense.
So he said that particular brand will be incredibly hot on the streets
it's
for a
good
while.
stuff.
And then people will do a knockoff saying, no, this is the same shit. They'll make the same logo, whatever, the Ace of Spades or whatever the fuck. And,
remember when Tango and Cash was out on the streets?
Yeah, Tango. What's that, Cash?
Yeah, they got some stuff done, right?
What do you think, Tango? Yeah, well, there was a heroin that was called Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
And it had the little Tango and Cash on the envelope. It's like, be on the lookout for Tango and Cash. It's very bad stuff. It's a very bad movie, too.
Yes, I would actually think the heroine was funnier than the dialogue between those two
You
idiots.
didn't like the playful banter?
I loathe playful banter. Loathe it.
I don't know, Tango. I don't know, Cash.
Guys hanging. What are you doing? Just hanging around, Tango. I see that, Cash.
It's
Right,
always,
we get
they
it.
have to say each other's names all the time in that movie.
Terrible. Turk and
Tango.
Rooster, Tango and Cash.
Oh,
Right.
Yuck.
and Rooster.
Bag and douche.
That's great.
I guess this drug place was on Mott Street down there. Where they busted-
$1,000 out of the ATM. How the fuck do you get $1,000 out of the ATM?
$1,200.
Out of the ATM?
Oh, 1,200. You could take 8 and then 2.
No, a lot of these ATMs you can only take 2.
Yeah, I've never been able to take more than 2 or 3.
A lot of them you can only take the 2. So supposedly you went back 5 or 6 times to get the 12 total. Yeah.
At the banks, I know you could take like 8.
Well, most of these assholes only let you take 2.
But then if you go into a deli or something,
Only 2.
then only 2.
Right.
But you could do that multiple times.
Let's see.
Then you always look like you're a criminal.
Yeah.
You always feel like, oh, someone's looking at me because I'm fucking, they think I stole a credit card.
Right. This heroin has killed 22 people in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
It's been cut with fentanyl. Is that
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
The heroin that he had, they determined did not have that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you,
the news
Corner?
He actually works. He's the one who stamps envelopes. That's what Travis does. Get the Ace of Spades stamp.
Why the fuck is this guy dead? Jesus Christ.
That's pretty stupid.
It's just a silly waste. You know?
Unbelievable.
But it does show you, like, it doesn't matter how much money you have or whatever.
No.
It's like, what you don't drop dead until you do.
Right.
Then you're finished.
He's still outside the ATM trying to pull money out and fucking himself going to buy dope.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar.
An Oscar winner.
Nominated for Tony's Genius Actor. None of
Yes.
that matters.
All good things people say about him.
None of it matters.
And it doesn't matter. That's fucked up right there, yo.
Yeah.
So, well, we got food in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I want to get into the the Jerry Seinfeld thing. Bravo to Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Bravo to Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
And then we got Woody Allen's lawyer basically saying that fucking Woody's daughter's a liar.
Well, of course. That's
Jesus Christ.
They almost have to say that.
Jesus.
It's unbelievable.
boy.
Why would you ever speak out if something happened to you?
Yeah.
Because there's someone waiting to just fucking knock you down and say you're full of shit.
You're full of shite.
We'll get into that as well next. Give you an hour or two. I think this week's is a little longer because we decided to put the Louis C.K. and Penn Jillette on this week's Opie and Anthony podcast.
Nice.
From last week's show, by the way. So
Yeah.
brand new Louis C.K., brand new Penn Jillette. And that's what you'll get if you download the Opie and Anthony podcast. All right?
It's good shit.
You know how to do that yet, people?
Hope so.
I just retweeted a link to the podcast if you want to do it that way. Opie Radio. It's my last tweet. So there you go. Louis C.K. and Penn Jillette. This one should be a huge podcast.
Yeah.
And speaking of huge podcasts, I see little Jimmy Norton's. We're looking at the numbers right now. Is doing very well.
Climbing the charts.
Jim Norton Hates Animals is doing very well. That's from a few weeks ago. And Bob Kelly Pukin doing very well. And then you got this week's podcast that just hit online. Penn Jillette and Louis C.K. So
That's a good one.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of funny people,
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld. You got the Jerry Seinfeld clip from yesterday? We should have got to that, but
He's a funny guy.
Pat Cooper took up a lot of time with his hate.
Oh, yeah. With his hate. His unbridled disdain of everyone. Dignity.
And honor.
You need dignity. Yeah. Oh, boy.
85.
Everyone gets a pass at 85.
If he lives long enough, he'll hate us. We're not stupid. We know that.
yeah.
We know how this
86,
works.
he'll hate us.
Yes, he's burnt every bridge he's ever made.
We know how this works.
Yeah.
When someone comes from the other side to spew some hate, you just know it's a matter of time before it happens to you.
Yep.
That's just how things work in the world.
Yeah.
So Jerry Seinfeld he has a wonderful web series called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I'm all in. I love
very
it.
good.
I've seen every single episode. And he sat down for a little interview, and these fucking losers out there that are all just trying to find something.
An angle for themselves, huh?
Right. So, well, why don't we just play it? Why don't we just get right into it? So, is this from CBS?
BuzzFeed had something to do with it. Yeah, I think it's one of those joint
It's from Gawker.
No, Gawker wrote an article.
Oh, wait till you read
about it.
Wait till you see the Gawker.
I thought you was, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Gawker took this clip and then took an opinion and did their
Of course they
editorial.
did.
Right.
Always.
Gawker stinks.
So they're sitting down to talk to Jerry Seinfeld.
I have noticed that most of the guests are mostly white males. Of 22 episodes
Yeah,
that you've
let's
had.
get into that.
No,
Pause.
Nice.
Bravo to Jerry Seinfeld.
Nice, yeah.
That's how
Right
you.
away.
That's how you deal with these assholes.
Who actually said that to him? Who's that guy?
He's from BuzzFeed.
Yeah, and he doesn't. As the clip goes on, he takes no ownership of the question.
Why would he?
But that's even more like, if you're going to ask the question, ask it.
Right.
Like, don't ask the
Like,
question.
hey, there's
so
a
you
question
can,
floating.
Oh, it's not me.
There's a question floating around out there. I'll just grab
Yeah.
it for a second and throw it at you.
Yeah, it's just this cowardly like ambiguity.
Yeah.
Right. Why? What's the issue? They're mostly white males.
Right.
Let's see your fucking staff.
Right.
Let's see your fucking staff. How many people on your board of directors are black compared
Right.
to white? Let's see how many editorial folks over at Gawker are black or not white.
And in the end, it's not. It's no one's business.
Who cares?
If Jerry Seinfeld wants to do a web series and he decides he wants to just put all white people on it, which he didn't, by the way,
Yeah.
then that's his
Yeah,
prerogative.
you put Chris Rock on there, huh?
Yeah, and also Mario Joyner. And it's not about putting white. He's just putting people he knows who are funny on
Right.
it. Oh,
Right.
he doesn't think blacks are
Right.
funny.
Why is there an agenda?
Maybe Chappelle said no.
Yeah,
You ever
yeah,
think of
yeah.
that? Maybe he asked Dave and he said no.
Well,
Right.
he has Chris Rock on there, and he has I forgot the guy's fucking name. He was in the Colin Quinn episode. Jimmy would know him too.
Mario Joyner.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize.
That's right,
I was thinking of something else. What you were saying.
Yeah, and George Wallace. I hate to break it to these dummies, but George Wallace and Mario Joyner are two of Seinfeld's closest friends.
Yeah.
it's just so irritating to hear that question.
And this all started with the SNL thing. It turns out that
Amazing.
black broad they hired or whatever is really funny. Okay.
Yeah.
But they were forced to do that.
Right.
In the end, they were forced to do that.
Yeah.
So now that happened. So now everyone's like, okay, where can we go next? Who else is not using minorities or Asians or black people?
So fucking ridiculous.
It worked out in SNL's favor in the end, but they were forced to do that. Everyone knows it.
Can you imagine this pussy saying that to a black guest?
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't happen.
Right. Continue.
Jerry.
But Jerry, gets right into this
Good for
right
him.
away.
That.
no. But you.
Take a look over here, Peter. What do you see? A lot of whiteys. What's going on here?
But
this really pisses me off. But go ahead. Really pisses me off.
Well, that's okay.
Go ahead.
But you made a comment on the Tina Fey episode that I thought was interesting that I'd like to get your thoughts on a little bit more. You said, you were talking to her and you said something about the female comedians. It's a struggle
stammering.
for them to balance their feminine projections with their comedic goals.
Yes.
And in the context of comedy, not gender diverse, I just want to know what you meant by that.
Well, I was kind of curious what it's like to be a woman in comedy as opposed to a man. There's a little bit of a difference, and I thought that might be an interesting thing to discuss from her perspective. She's so successful at it, and I'm just wondering how she looked at it, if she even thought about it. And she kind of gave me the answer, which is, yeah, you do have to think about that, but, it's just another thing to think about.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Now
But there were a lot of things about Comedians in Cars in the beginning. The first 10 I did, I think, were all white males. And people were writing all about that, which
That's part of the reason why I asked. People had tweeted at me when I said I'm interviewing with Jerry Seinfeld. I said, okay, ask him about their gender diversity.
I mean, people think it's the census or something. I mean, this has got to represent the actual pie chart of America. Who cares? It's just funny. Funny is the world that I live in. You're funny, I'm interested. You're not funny, I'm not interested.
Okay.
And I have no interest in gender or race or anything like that. but everyone else is kind of with their little calculating, is this the exact right mix? You know, I think that's, to me, it's anti-comedy. It's anti-comedy. It's more about, you know, PC nonsense than are you making us laugh or not?
Right.
Good for you, Jerry Seinfeld. Good for you.
And by the way, most of his audience for his show was it was white people watching it. That was his show. And he's not. I don't think he's doing any type of a racial thought when he's fucking booking people.
Of course, acting like O'Brien. Right there.
So
God, that question annoys me.
And then Gawker went with it. I did not read the Gawker article yet. Oh. It's brutal.
Yeah,
it's irritating. This guy Kyle.
Yeah, and it's kind of typical Gawker too.
Typical fucking snarky, douchey white guy.
God, of course.
Like, he basically says that in that clip, the implication is that non-white males are not funny.
Right. But the guy is, if he's saying that, it's a lie or it's a purposeful misdirection. There's no way you can hear that and be an intelligent person and think that Seinfeld is discounting black talent by saying, I'm interested if you're funny. I'm not interested if you're not funny. That guy is using Seinfeld saying that as meaning I haven't had blacks on because they're not funny.
Right.
And I find that to either be purposely misdirective or stupid when he's really saying is I don't think of it. I just book guys I like in the moment.
Think about it. Right.
He might have asked Jamie Foxx and Jamie said no, or Dave might have said no.
Right. Yeah, you don't know.
And if there's 8,000 white guys in a row that he does on his show, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter to him. He's just like, this is who's on my show. He never even thinks about that shit.
And he takes the quote, you know, I live in, funny is the world I live in, blah, 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 you're funny, you're not funny. And then this guy, his name is Kyle
Chaka or something,
something like that. Kyle Chaka. He writes, the quote seems to suggest that any comedian who is not a white male is also not funny, though he's also likely fed up with the amount of bad comedy he's been forced to sit through in his waning career.
Yeah, like that. This guy's such a cunt.
Waning career? What is he talking about?
He just had
Everyone's
a Super
talking about
Bowl commercial for his web series.
And Jerry Seinfeld could do whatever the fuck he wants. He has decided not to do much.
Of course.
And he finally came back with this Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and it's a huge success.
And instead of coming out and doing a lame TV show, he had the biggest show ever.
Right.
So he wants to just let that go. He did that B movie. Like, he does weird little shit that he really wants to do. And that's what every comic's dream is.
Right.
This fucking guy, who, by the way, doesn't have, like, it doesn't even register on the scale of success when compared to Jerry, is making judgment and twisting words around and stuff.
That's the world we live in.
It is. It absolutely is now.
Go look at your Twitter right now. That's the world we live in. But people that had no desire or weren't brave enough to try to do anything are the ones that are going to
weren't brave enough,
try to knock you
smart
down.
enough. Right. They're the ones
that's
now
the world
critiquing.
we live in, and they're in high positions, too.
I'm a blogger.
But
shut it.
Gawker's a pretty big website.
Yeah, and this guy, everyone knows they're fucking assholes.
This guy, to misread it like that, it's unbelievable.
Well, it seems to imply just cunty, fucking white boy, snarky, douchey language.
And he continues. It's more, he goes, which is too bad, because Seinfeld is downplaying the work of everyone from Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby to Aziz Ansari, Mindy Kaling, and Eddie Huang, who are all in various stages of their own sitcoms that just might turn out to be the next Seinfeld.
Could you get this guy on the phone?
We can try.
Let's try to get him on the phone.
Right. I don't know Mindy or Eddie, and I do know Aziz. I would say, with all due respect, it's not fair to put any of them in the category with Pryor.
Right.
I mean, it's like, you really think in that moment that Jerry Seinfeld is discounting Richard Pryor?
Right.
If you believe that, you're a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, let's try to get him on the phone.
What a
to explain himself. It was pretty obvious what Jerry Seinfeld was saying.
You don't think he'd have Eddie Murphy on his show if he could? Of course he would. If Murphy would do it, he'd do it in a second.
I would imagine a bunch of guys said no to the show. And if the guy really watched the web series, it's very obvious that Jerry's using a lot of his friends.
Yeah.
He came up with David Letterman and Jay Leno. They're both on the show. He's very close with Colin Quinn. Colin's on the show. And then these other guys that you didn't even know he was very close with are on the show.
They're all his friends.
Why
Most of them are
have more black friends?
most of them are his friends. Chris Rock is a very good friend of Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes, the Exterminator.
And then there's a couple he just threw in because they're really hot right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like Gervais and Louis, but he's known all those guys for 20 years. I mean, except for Ricky.
But I don't think like he's friends with Tina Fey necessarily.
No.
They know each other and they've probably, walk in the same circles. But there's a lot of guys that are really, truly his friends.
He invited a black marathon runner into his house. That's how...
You're getting lazy now. You're just getting lazy now.
Exactly. Maybe it was the problem is when he had Michael Richards on, and he made him do his Laugh Factory set out the window at a crosswalk.
He did have Michael Richards on.
Yeah, of course it was his coworker.
He did have Larry David on. They go way back. They're very good friends. So it's obvious that he's going with just mostly his closest friends. And then if this thing continues, I think this is the 3rd season already. I'm sure he'll be expanding, and maybe he'll find some black people. Maybe even an Asian. Who knows?
Hey, who knows?
Can we have... I would love a list of Gawker's contributors. Who I would love to see what percentage of them are black.
Right.
Or not snarky white people.
Is that the guy?
Mm-hmm. He's the worst.
Just look at him.
These people are just misinformed.
Yeah, just a wry look, just a douchey, guilty, smug idiot.
Oh my God, that's him, huh?
Yeah. His waning career. That really irritates me.
This is the guy we're talking about. This guy's just writing a fucking...
He looks like he's
a paper
15
on
years old.
Should have loose leaf paper.
Right.
And that should have been in the garbage.
Where does this shit come from?
Why do people have such
Where does this
voices
shit come
now?
from?
They're little entitled baby boys, and they want... they want to make a splash. We're kind of giving them what they want, because that is a non-issue, and that should just be ignored.
Right.
We just talk about it because it's annoying.
Well, unfortunately, it's on Gawker, which a lot of people go to. It's not some out-of-the-way blog. And for the guys to just twist what Jerry said, it's unbelievable.
Well, it seems to.
Oh, you're the really investigative journalist. You're digging deep.
If you love comedy, I've never thought about what the color of the person was.
No.
I just didn't give a shit. Funny's funny, period.
That really does transcend any type of racism, to tell you the truth. If you think someone's funny, it doesn't matter. You're not watching going, well, he's a funny black guy. He's funny for a black guy.
Right.
It's like, no, you're just like, no, that's fucking funny, period.
Unless you're a broad,
Well, broads aren't funny.
Yeah, they can't be
as funny as we all know that.
We certainly do know
Let's
that.
all be real here.
We had to fake it for that documentary.
No, girls could be funny. Yeah.
That whole thing is turned around. There was a time women were just brutal to watch on a stage. But I truly believe that is completely turned around. There's a lot of funny female comics out there.
That was the waste.
A lot.
The waste of time you get mad at during the Rodney Dangerfield young comedian specials. When it's like, hey, now here's a very funny young lady.
Right.
It's like, all right, time to take a piss.
Well, I mean, back in the day, Roseanne, she was very funny.
It was very rare that you would get someone
Ellen
like
DeGeneres, it might not be your cup of tea, but she's very funny.
You weren't rolling at Rita Rudner?
I never found her funny.
Oh, God, no.
I'm trying to remember some of the older female comics that I liked.
How about that other dykey girl that got in a little jam up with some young girls?
Oh, Jesus.
Paula Poundstone.
She was, some of her stuff was funny.
Yeah?
Yeah. She was a bit edgy with her comedy.
What about the chubby Filipino woman?
Cho.
Yeah, Margaret Cho.
Isn't she Korean?
Oh, is she?
I don't know. She's one of those.
Maybe she's Korean.
She's one of those.
She's carved out quite the gay niche for herself. I think the gays really like her.
I'll be honest. I don't know much of her stuff in the end.
I don't either.
I don't really know much of her stuff, so I don't have an opinion on her. Sarah Silverman. But that's more new. I'm trying to think like, early 90s and the 80s.
Don't you automatically
I said Rosie.
Think,
oh, yeah.
Don't you automatically think, though, like when a woman comic comes up in a club or something, you're like, all right, you think like, this better be good.
Right.
Like you judge them a lot more harshly than you do a guy.
You kind of get bumped when there's a female. That's
Yeah.
It used to when a female was the middle.
Yeah. You're like, God, I want to
talk about her period and her overbearing mother again.
Her mom that wants her to get married.
Oh my God! They all did the same bit.
It was the same material.
And the reason
that would be a great montage. All the female comics back in the day doing their period /
I'm like, don't worry, Mom, I'm finding a guy. Oh shit.
They finally got away from that.
Most women you hang out with aren't that fun. Like in our lives as guys growing up, your buddies always made you laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Once in a while you'd have the woman, but most of us didn't have funny female friends growing up. So when you see a woman on stage, like, ugh.
Right.
And she almost has to prove more to you. But women have to realize, too, part of that is just our experience growing up. We didn't have the type of interactions. It was never other guys who told us, don't cup a fart and throw it in my face.
Right.
It was always a girl getting mad at you. Like that. So when that stops, the attitude about a woman going on stage will still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, why do I have to prove myself? Part of that's just our experience growing up.
Yeah.
Let's go to Matt in Detroit. Matt.
Yes, this golfer guy is full of shit.
Well, yeah.
All right.
But my point is, during the Don Rickles episode, right at the very beginning, Seinfeld says the Mount Rushmore of comedy includes Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby, Don Rickles, and George Carlin.
And George Carlin, right. That was the four he mentioned. Right. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Right off the bat. And he has a lot of Jews in there, too, but, you know. Okay.
I've noticed with this web series, I'll say it again, a lot of guys he came up with that he's very close with, and then he went with some old-timers, like Don Rickles and
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Right.
Reiner.
And Reiner, sure. All right, Matt, thank you.
That's it. Sure.
I wish we could look this Kyle guy up and see how many black people, and it may be a lot, how many black people have been the subjects of his blogs. Again, it could be 80%, but I'm just curious, is he as diverse in his writing as he would expect or scold somebody for not being in their web series?
I am sure not. They are. This guy is the same just type of hypocritical douchebag.
Let's try to get him on the phone. Are we trying?
Yeah, we're working on it.
All right, good. I believe you are. Yeah. Patrick in Michigan. Patrick.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Just calling about how, you know, if you look at it this way, Jerry never brought up the whole race thing to begin with at all. And then this comedy guy just starts listing off all these comedians, Aziz Ansari, Mindy, whoever, not because of their talent, but because of their color. So doesn't that make him the one who's
Well,
racist?
that's the liberal fucking way to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
He basically created...
exactly where we see all these PC assholes have their heads so far up their ass, they don't see that they're creating the problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was just going to say the exact same thing. This guy created a problem that wasn't there.
Wasn't even there. Wasn't even there.
Holy fuck.
Who was outraged? No one. We're outraged at Jerry. Come on.
Yeah, Seinfeld has gotten criticism.
Yes.
Oh, fuck the criticism. You don't think he wants Cosby on his show? Of course he does. Maybe he hasn't been able to get Bill Cosby yet.
Right. All right. Yeah, especially if he thinks he's one of the four greats of all time.
Yeah, Pryor's unavailable.
Right. Carlin unavailable.
Unavailable. Murphy probably, Eddie Murphy probably not doing it.
And he did Rickles. So let's say hi to Peter on Long Island. Peter.
Morning, boys.
Good morning, Peter.
Oh, delightful. We were talking about female comedians before. I always thought Wendy Liebman never really blossomed into what she could have.
I think she's very funny, too.
And apart from that, I would marry Amy Schumer in a minute.
Yeah, we're not talking about
her.
We're not really talking about nowadays. We're trying to remember some of the female comics from the past that actually were really funny.
Like Wendy Liebman's a good call.
That's a good one?
Yeah.
Who's that other one that used to hang out with Emo Phillips?
That was up Judy Tenuta.
Judy Tenuta. I didn't get that act either.
Not a fan.
I didn't get that act either.
Can I hear some Judy Tenuta?
Some Judy Tenuta.
Just a random clip?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go random. She's got her accordion.
Doing the act.
Hi, pigs.
I remember that.
You know, my name is Judy, and I have my own religion. Judaism.
Is she retarded?
Yes.
Oh.
Soon you will all be my personal love slaves. But first, let's go back in time. Oh, cute. You know, I'm trying to lead
I'd
a
be
normal
pissed
life.
at this point.
Hold on, pause this for a second.
So,
Don't
just
forget, though, this
now-
is like I'm guessing early 90s, right? And it was a weird kind of avant-garde thing.
I hear you, but I would be pissed.
Yeah, I don't know if I would enjoy it.
Even
back
in the
then either,
90s,
but-
I'd be sitting there going, oh, no.
I would be pissed.
I don't want to be here.
You're on this, Sam, or no?
No, not.
What do you think this is? Early 90s, late 80s?
I think this is late 80s, maybe even earlier. There's some people there with some fucking
I would go mid
wacky
to late
looking
80s.
Okay.
80s dudes.
All right, we don't have to
Subject ourselves and listeners to that shit.
Let's cut our losses.
Yes, yeah.
I gotta say,
yes,
this 90-day Fiance show.
Oh yeah,
I am so in on this show.
Oh yeah.
How many episodes in are you?
How many have they shown?
I think 5 or so.
Don't say 5, because I only have the first 4.
Where can you see them?
The latest
well,
one.
Roland sent out an email where we could, do the old password.
Kind of, click the link, put your password in,
and watch
enjoy
it
the fun.
on the old laptop.
Yeah. On TLC.
It's on TLC. I am all in.
It's just fantastic.
The dude in Cleveland, and I have a strange feeling that he probably listens to this show.
Yeah, I was thinking
he
the
fits
same
the
thing.
mold.
It's like, oh, does he fit the mold?
Actually, all these guys fit the mold except for the LA guy and the Oklahoma guy. There's
the
4
Oklahoma guy would be offended by some of the comments.
He absolutely listens to OutQ.
Very mysterious.
He likes the old mystery stories on the radio.
Can we run down the couples again?
Yeah, you got.
There's 4 couples.
Yeah.
Which one you want to do first?
I think we get out of the way.
You can't get the Filipino girl out of the way because that story is amazing. I thought that was the throwaway story, but it's not.
There's so much richness to all 4.
Let's start with the Filipino. So the guy from where are they from again? Indianapolis. I think.
Somewhere in the Midwest.
All right. I love how they bring these broads to America and they bring them to an amazing city before they have to go back to their not so amazing house.
The shitty little fucking backwoods bumpkin shack.
There's so many little things going on in this show. So he goes to the Philippines to find a wife, and he's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
And he's got an ex-wife that is a nightmare.
She's a bruiser.
Who reminds me of someone.
Oh, boy. Yeah, her attitude reminds me of somebody I had to sit in a courtroom with.
You see it too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was that a lady?
Yes.
If you want to get an idea of Aunt's ex-wife.
Yep.
Well, this broad.
That's her attitude.
The attitude, not the look, but the attitude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The attitude. So this guy has 2 fucking boys. He can't find anyone to date. So he does his online. It's a mail-order bride.
Definitely.
And everyone calls him out on it.
Yep.
All these guys on it. And they're like, no, it's a dating site. And we're in love. And
It's not that.
so he's a bit desperate. And he finds this, he finds this Filipino woman. And she's being dragged to America to hang with him, his 2 kids, and an ex-wife that is a nightmare.
Yeah. Wow, this guy's in hell.
That's the first one.
Uh-huh.
And that one is absolutely not going to work out.
No, I mean, even the ex who's sitting there, the ex-wife is like, the minute that this chick is in America from the Philippines, the ex-wife is like, I need you to know that I know you might think I'm butting in, but those are my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's a bruiser.
She is. She looks just horrendous. Arms full of tats and that fucking dumb hairdo she's got.
Yeah.
With the retard bangs and the fucking...
Oh, God, she's a fucking monster.
Yeah. So it's got to be a wig.
She's a monster. What else about that couple?
Well, they're not none of them, like, nobody in the whole package is terribly attractive, which is unfortunate because all the other 90-Day Fiancé brides are attractive.
Right.
Well, the one looks like she could be like one of those Russian widow. What are they called again?
Black widows?
Like a black widow.
A black widow. She looks creepy.
Yeah.
She looks like she could easily kill people.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get to them in a second. Anything else on them? That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh.
She shows up. Oh,
yeah. The house.
She shows up at the house finally after this guy, gives her a night in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then he has to go to this just horrible just apartment that is attached to a million other apartments.
Yeah.
And she walks in. How she was living in the Philippines. She was basically living in a shanty town. She walks in this guy's house and has an attitude already that the house isn't clean.
She's bitching that the house wasn't clean.
Yeah. Well, the guy also, I mean, he spends a week in the Philippines, then he brings her to Chicago to spend the night, and they get home, and he didn't wash the dishes before he left for the Philippines.
Nah, he's like...
A week prior.
Dirty dishes are still in the sink.
Start training her what the fuck to do.
Right.
You don't like it? Start cleaning up.
And they go immediately shopping, and she's picking out all this stuff, and the guy is pretty much having a nervous breakdown because he's looking at the prices, and he basically admits that he can afford his bills, and that's about it. So he's telling the lady at the clothing store, I can't afford these. Is there anything cheaper? And they had to go in the back of the store. So
embarrassing.
She's not hot.
No.
Oh, she's like a 4 tops.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Like she was chosen.
She's terrible. She's way hotter than the ex-wife, though.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not saying anything, because she's a 2.
But she's nothing compared to the other girls.
Right.
But I'm sure that he brought her in because he thought that she'd be impressed with what little he had. And like Opie said, she's forgotten about the shanty town.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately upon arriving.
And she's never going home.
Never.
Like the other broads, they're already missing home and stuff, but this one is not going home.
No.
And the guy's
when she was waving goodbye to her family, she knew she will never see them again, and she's okay with that.
And the guy's got his awkward chuckles when he knows things aren't going well. He's like, yeah, we covered the old couch with a sheet. There's a hole in one of the pillows, but, we got kids, so I get a new one. Because she's just looking at the couch like, I'm not going to sit on that.
He's a regular blue-collar guy just trying to make ends meet, and he brought in this broad that sees America, and she's going to take advantage of everything that America has to offer.
Yeah.
Are there clips of it?
Very few.
Why?
Well,
why don't they show more?
They got some clips. What clip is this?
This is a clip of the couple we're talking about.
Okay.
We've seen the other clips, but we haven't seen this one.
Yeah, let's play this one for Jimmy, so he's on board.
This is them coming back from the Philippines.
O'Hare. We just
she's cute.
No.
Being in Chicago is kind of like a little vacation. Figured we could relax and just show her around a little bit.
A little vacation, one night.
Plus, it's like summer in Chicago, which is one of the... Chicago in the summer is one of the best cities in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Indianapolis or wherever he's from.
Where he's dragging her off to.
Well, the other couple that we'll get to, he brought her to New York City, and then they had to drive to Cleveland.
Oh, boy.
No offense to Cleveland, but a bit of a drop-off if you're showing a broad around.
It's a bit of a drop-off if you go to Akron first.
Anyway, go ahead.
Never been to a city as big as Chicago.
And you never will again.
No,
It's exciting. Chicago is nice. It's a different environment to me. But being with Lewis all the time is being with my best friend all the time.
Can you go back 1 second after that kiss?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like she enjoyed that kiss.
No.
Watch her back. I wonder if he had bad breath. I could just be wrong.
They're not fucking around with this show.
Nope.
It's pretty obvious that out of the 4 broads, I would say 3 are doing it to just get to America.
The great thing about the show is that there's not one enjoyable kiss.
No.
Because 3 of the chicks don't want anything to do with it. And then the 4th one, the dude doesn't want anything to do with it.
Right. And the Cleveland guy, did you see the episode where he's trying to make a move? And she goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm kissing you.
It's so, but he's doing it like he's still trying to be cheeky about it. He's like, I'm kissing you. You know,
that guy deserves.
I don't like it.
That guy deserves everything that's going to happen to him.
Yeah,
he's a.
His name's Mike, I think, right? Yeah, the Cleveland guy.
A sucker.
Go ahead.
Chicago is nice. It's a different environment to me. But being with Lewis all the time is
She's
being
like,
with my best friend all the time.
You see her face?
She winced.
It was literally, she would have been happy to kiss a fucking a dog's paw. He was, I guess he had like, maybe he had like crusty breath or something.
Maybe.
But she made a really wince face.
They're not, it's called a K-1 visa, I guess, and you got 90 days to, you know, be in America, but you got to be married by the end of the 90 days or you got to go back.
But what happens is the culture shock, because they met all these dudes either online or like, she sees this guy in the context of him being an American in the Philippines, so he'd be hot shit. But then they bring him back to America, and she's looking around Chicago and realizes he's a bit of a dud.
This guy's a zilch. He's the mayor of Zilch City.
Well, the other couple where the broad's becoming a model. Oh, my God!
And the guy's just a simple Mormon dude.
Oh,
dude, I am so obsessed with this
that
show.
One. He is a nervous Nelly about letting anyone fucking talk to her. Wow.
That's the girl from Brazil, a tiny little town in Brazil. She doesn't know anything. And they're in L.A. The guy, he's from L.A.
Yeah.
And even though
and she went and got her hair done. We could do this one. We could jump around a little bit. Fuck, it's probably easier to do it that way. So he takes her to get her hair done, and the lady's like, Jesus, you can make a lot of money modeling. And then she comes out of the hair cutting place to show the guy the card, like, mother,
she gave me number. She gave me number. Said I was very pretty. Could be model.
And then I'm fast forward in my head. She's going to be on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue with some fucking athlete.
The new it girl, just fucking.
And the guy's response is just,
yeah, because I brought you over. He's trying to hold on to his broad and his hair at the same time. His hair is basically falling out on TV.
Yes.
And she's only been there like 6 days.
Both of them are leaving at an alarming rate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she can't speak English, and she needs him for everything. But this modeling thing is just going to turn out ugly
because she's quickly finding out that he's not cool.
They all find out.
The guy's Mormon.
The guy they're with is not cool.
Yeah. And so he brought this hot little Brazilian chick over to his apartment to live there. And the first night, he had one of his friends come and stay in their apartment to act as their chaperone because he doesn't believe in intimacy before marriage.
And he doesn't know if he could control himself being, in that situation.
He probably just didn't want her to steal all his shit. Right. He didn't trust her. He was afraid her and her sticky fingers would make off with his goods.
But then I'm up to the episode where that guy got a job or didn't want to be the chaperone anymore.
Right.
So now this guy is moving this broad into his parents' house.
By herself, though.
By herself, so they can be separate. But they don't even have an extra room at the parents' house, so she's living on a pull-out couch.
Yeah.
While the guy just chills in his apartment.
It's ridiculous.
Let's see more clips.
You want to see the Filipino
yes, I do.
girl again?
I do.
Are you in on this?
Yeah, I mean...
And I've been studying this very closely, and I do not believe that this is fake.
No, I'm not feeling any
because there's
fake.
The one girl's crying like crazy because she's missing home, and the Russian broad, you can't fake that shit. You see it in her eyes. She has no desire to be with this guy, and she's doing it to come to America. I guess she tried to get a work visa, and that failed. So that storyline is really good.
This is just a way for her to, stay in America.
Yeah. And the family's like telling the guy, well, don't you think it's a little concerning that she's tried to get visas before and failed?
Right.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like the producers may suggest the Chicago trip? Why don't you take a look?
Of course.
Okay,
but pay for it.
Yeah,
of course.
But not the knowing she'll want to buy shit that he can't afford.
The producers are probably like know how hot this little Brazilian girl is. And so they probably put her up to go getting made up. And they might have even faked the model thing, like, put her up to going and meeting with a model. But they probably didn't tell the sap that this is all their concoction.
Let him be all fucking nervous.
Right.
Scared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's losing her.
Oh,
really,
he is.
Really quickly.
Make it bigger, Sam. I want to see it
pretty.
bigger.
I wanted to buy her some pants or something like that so that she had something from here.
Hi. How are you?
Fine, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
A real nice clothing, boutique.
Nothing worse than having to stand around while a girl shops in a fucking girl store.
Definitely not an everyday thing. I hardly buy anything name brand. But that's just how I am. I've always been like that, though. Don't mind looking at other ones.
Huh?
Don't mind looking at other ones.
You don't mind looking at other ones, do
Everything
you?
in the back is on sale.
Okay.
And even those prices, he's panicking over.
Like, I don't
So
know.
this one's okay?
He's like,
black jeans.
Yeah.
Okay. How much are the black ones?
I did not check it.
Let me check.
Most Filipinos think that people here in America are rich. Louis is not rich.
Whoops.
Louis is not rich.
You picked the wrong American.
She's fucking pissed. Because this guy's checking tags. She just assumes you go to America, no one checks tags.
Everyone's rich.
And it's not like he went to the Philippines and made it clear that he was not rich. He wanted to impress people.
Right.
So you're showing off?
Yeah, he's showing off a little bit.
Oh, my
Being
God.
big man on campus.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to
BMOC.
I wonder we should look somewhere else.
in the Philippines.
Right.
So these other guy went to Brazil to meet a girl?
Yeah, it's, most of them met online.
Okay.
Online dating
Did
sites.
he go to
right.
see her or he flew her in?
I think the Brazilian one.
I'm beginning to think this is a great idea for me, but I wouldn't go to a country I wouldn't want to be set up.
Yeah, no, I think the Brazilian one he met on like a language website where they would learn, and they were
No,
both,
that's the Russian.
oh, right, the Russian one they met on a language website,
Right.
and then
He-
they started
he wanted to
video
learn-
chatting.
Right, he wanted to learn Russian, and she wanted to come to America.
She wanted
That's why they're on the
take
website.
some guy. That's why they're there.
I don't know why the Russian wanted to learn Russian, but she was on the site.
They're just waiting in the water.
They are.
Just waiting for a sap.
Is it easy to bring a hot Russian chick here, you think?
Dude, you got to see the Brazilian chick. This guy is so out of his league.
Oh.
Wait till you see what she looks like.
Stunning supermodel look.
She easily could be a massive model.
And then the fourth couple that we haven't really talked about is the Colombian chick who looks like a sex doll.
She's built for sex.
But
Yeah.
the guy appears to be a closeted homosexual.
The guy just
He's a bit
seems
mysterious. He's a bit mysterious.
That's just my
Right.
opinion. But
Yeah.
You would know.
And
I'm a bit
they're
of an
living
expert.
they're living at his parents' house as well because he's trying to save money. And this broad's like, save money? I'm in America. Get me a goddamn apartment.
Where are these rich Americans?
And he doesn't have enough money for the apartment, but he goes and gets it anyway. So now
Yeah.
he's in debt.
the Colombian chick is worse than she is because like he takes her out. He's like, we're gonna get her cowboy boots today,
Because they're living in Oklahoma.
and she picks the most expensive pair of cowboy boots. She
Oh,
wants
yeah.
the most expensive apartment in Oklahoma. She wants everything. Money. Let's go out and party. Let's.
Right.
Oh, no, it's fucking an officer and a gentleman.
Yeah.
I'll be floor manager at JCPenney in 2 years.
Oh, that's why this show's great, because it's all that, Jimmy. It's all that. She, and she's living at the parents' house before they moved out, and she comes down basically in lingerie, and now, now the dude's mom is pissed.
Because they're really religious, yeah.
They're very religious, and the father's eyes are popping out of his head because he's got this hot Colombian sex doll walking around his house.
And she's amazing. And the dude has to be like, why don't you put on a robe before you come down?
And then the mom goes, "Yeah, that would be a good idea." And she's from Colombia.
And the minute this chick came off the plane from Colombia, all she's wanted to do is get a dick. Like, she just wanted to have sex with somebody.
She's ready to go.
And the guy is like almost like a parody, finding every excuse possible to not be physically intimate.
And she sneaks into his room because she's in the brother's room, and also is like, "But my parents' room is right downstairs."
Shut up.
Come on, you gotta
Right
go back into your room.
downstairs.
I wonder if he has a small cock. Might be something like that, like the guy's a really tiny cock.
He's mysterious.
He has a lot of symptoms.
He just
he's
seems
mysterious.
to, yeah, he comes off as very gay.
As soon as they get to the hotel, she's like, "I'm going to take a shower. Maybe we take a shower together."
Right.
And he's like, "Well,
gosh.
you know, I don't know. Do you really want to?"
And he's
I don't-"
overcompensating. He's got a massive guy's truck.
Yeah, you saw that. He wears a 10-gallon cowboy hat into the hot tub.
And then he takes her line dance, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?" She wants to hip hop her ass off.
And she's just shaking her ass.
And then she meets her his friends, and all she wants to do is drink tequila, and they're all looking at her like, what's wrong with this broad? And she's a party girl.
Her quote was, I don't know what brunch is, but when I'm nervous, I drink. She just started ordering mimosa after mimosa.
And
That's great.
She could barely keep her tits in.
Oh, the giant,
They're just giant
naturals.
And then
she wants them out.
Then they put. Then she goes on the electronic bull. You know, one of those electronic bulls, and she's just fucking working, and every guy has stopped doing what they were doing to watch her. Oh,
the girl, and
I think that's the couple we're gonna have on.
Yeah, they're gonna call in
tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta.
Can I watch this tonight?
Yeah, we got the email.
I got the link?
Yeah, I think you'll love it. I know you're not a big reality show guy,
No,
but
but
this
seems
one,
interesting. If everyone likes it, I'll watch it.
Great.
There's something about it, all these little nuances and stuff.
And every girl in Oklahoma hates the Colombian girl.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's so hot.
Sure.
And exotic.
Yeah, she's got big, tight breasts, and you know they're not implants, and they're hanging out.
And
She's got a Colombian ass.
Yeah, she's got a big fat ass that she just wants to shake anytime she can. And she loves just low-rise jeans and shaking her ass.
Think she's like a dick in her?
She wants a dick so bad.
Dicks,
You fast forward, and all these girls will be with other people. It's so obvious.
Yes.
None of these guys will be able to hang on to these girls.
This girl looks like an Asian Mick Mars.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
All right, so back to her. So she's bummed the Filipino broad. Now moving on to the other couple.
Thought everyone in America was rich.
Americans were rich.
And she's realizing that she's got a dud.
She got
that
the
doesn't
fucking
have a lot of money.
He seems like a nice enough guy, too. Like,
He's a very nice guy.
He is saps.
Yeah.
I don't think he will waste money for me.
These are 240. Might have to go with something a little cheaper. Thank you for being so patient. I've talked to Aya about my financial means, just that I'm able to afford my bills, but I don't have a ton of extra money afterwards.
And why are you in Chicago?
Yeah, don't go into a boutique to buy jeans.
That's why they sent them there.
Yes.
Because Chicago is an expensive city.
Boy,
let's go in here.
And they were like, yeah, why don't we send you guys in there to shop?
You guys pay your own stuff, but we'll pay for your hotel. And they order room service. They tell her, why don't you get some room service? $38 for a burger.
I buy most of my clothes at a Target.
Yeah.
You know, they fit, so I don't see there to be a problem with that.
Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Rugged.
Is there more to this clip? Or that was it?
No, there's more.
All right.
They're in Chicago still.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a last
I love his voice, too.
Yeah. I wanted to have a last.
little bit of time to ourselves before Aya has to meet the kids.
They can't wait to meet you. Are you worried about meeting the boys?
Parenting is a whole new world to me. I feel under a lot of pressure. But if the boys like me, I don't think we're going to have problems. I'm excited to meet them.
Are you?
Look at her eyes are looking away.
Yeah.
She's not excited.
He goes, do you have goosebumps? And she's not even making eye contact. She goes, yeah, I got goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Sure.
As she said, I'm excited to meet them. Her eyes were completely off to the side. That is such a tell that someone's lying.
She'd be more
You're
excited to meet
lying.
immigration officers escorting her back to the Philippines.
She just realized how good she has it in the shanty town.
I was queen of the shanties where I come from.
Right.
Sure, I shit into an open sewer, but at least I
Right.
didn't have to look at his face.
and raise his kids.
She's sitting there going like, yeah, I have goosebumps over meeting your kids. Are the appetizers coming?
Right.
I think that might be Trump's hotel, by the way.
It looks like it, right?
By the hotel, by the view, yeah.
And
that is funny. They put him in a nice hotel, and then
that he can't even afford on his own, but she doesn't know that.
And then he sent him shopping, but didn't give him any money for it.
Give him money, and then she's got to see how really broke he is.
Why don't you guys go out and look around? And then one of the girls is saying to her, why don't you ask him for some jeans?
Just taking her aside.
And he's such an okie, he doesn't know. Like one guy's talking to him and the other one's whispering in her ear, you ought to get some jeans. Ask him to take you for some jeans. It's a great place up there.
You're saying the producers are making this an exercise in humiliation?
Yeah, I think they're fucking totally egging this whole thing on.
Yeah.
They're egging it on.
They know what people want to see.
Assisted reality is the fucking best ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I think when they're assisting it by just guiding
assisting it
these,
slightly. I like
with this.
a little. Yeah, that's fine.
they're guiding the rats into the trap.
Right.
Yeah, because you're not coaching this dude
to
do anything. He's being himself.
Well, keeping up with the Kardashians, they just got lazy.
That's scripted. That's not even.
They'll show the broads just all on their Blackberries, and then one will go, "Hey, let's go shooting today."
Yeah, really?
All right, yeah, that's what you were going to do.
Yeah,
because they can't think of anything by themselves,
right?
So everything is set up for them.
Well, it doesn't work like it did with the Osbournes, where you could just put cameras in their house and they're actually interested.
And it works, yeah.
But people are watching that Kardashian show still. Unbelievable. I don't know why.
I have no idea.
Did you hear the rumor that Bruce Jenner is absolutely trying to turn into a woman?
Huh? I think that's
what
true.
the fuck is that?
He's going
supposedly he shaved down his Adam's apple. Did you see the pictures?
No.
Yeah, his face looks like they're trying to fem it up or
it started out, I thought, as a goof, but more and more people are starting to say, I don't know if this is a goof.
Yeah.
I think he's actually going to turn into a woman.
Try to become a woman.
Where's there was one
with a bandage on it or something, right?
He just looks weird.
Oh, he really does.
Yeah, but there were some pictures that came out recently. He looks very feminine.
Decathlon winner.
I know.
Oh, boy.
It's just fucking...
whatever. Go back to the Filipino broad. We'll find that shit for later.
Yes.
Oh, she's excited to meet the kids. There we are.
Even though she looked away as she said it.
Of course.
You think she has goosebumps?
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Not even due to weather.
How are you? You got goosebumps?
Yeah.
They keep telling me they can't.
And that's that sentence is the desperation of every guy on this show. When he says, "Are you excited to meet them?" and she kind of rolls her eyes and goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he can't let it go and just admit to himself what's going on. He goes, "Yeah, you got goosebumps?"
Maybe I just misinterpreted what she said. Let me ask another question.
And she's just pissed. She's like, fuck, I picked the wrong one.
You never say, "Do you got goosebumps?"
Yeah.
That if somebody has goosebumps, it's apparent.
And they'll say, "Oh, I got goosebumps from thinking about that."
Or if you're touching their genitals and there's warts on them, you could pray. You're like, "Do you have goosebumps?"
Right.
But that's the desperation of what's going on this show.
Yeah.
They keep telling me they can't wait to meet you.
I've prepared Aya for the boys the best that I can by letting them talk to her on video chat, making sure they get comfortable around each other the best that I can before they are actually physically next to each other.
Here's to getting to America safely and to the next months until we get married. And then for as long as we are together.
Can you go back over that awkward hand motion on his, his fat thighs? Poor guy.
The body language.
He is a nervous Nelly.
Because he so believes. That's why I don't think this show is fake.
No,
he's all in. He's all in.
He's the worst toast anyone's ever given.
Yeah.
For as long as...
And he thinks he has found his soulmate, and she's thinking, fuck, this guy sucks.
She's thinking he has fat thighs and his hands on his hip.
And he's like, no, she doesn't think I suck. I don't think she thinks I suck.
They are not even close to being on the same page.
They're not even in the same book.
He's like thinking she's going to be mama son to the kids.
Right.
And she just wants to fucking,
She wants the blue jeans.
She wants the $250 jeans.
Right.
The best that I can before they are actually physically next to each other.
Here's to getting to America safely and to the next months until we get married.
Fat legs.
Then for as long as we are together, which hopefully is forever and ever.
We are given 90 days to live together to make sure that we don't absolutely drive each other crazy living together, and this is 100% what we want to do.
Wow. One of you wants to do.
She couldn't have turned her head fast away after that kiss.
Again.
What does this guy eat before he kisses her? He probably has lactose intolerant and eats pizza and then his mouth gets dry.
She had to turn that into a kiss on the cheek. That's not what he intended, was it?
No, her head turned very quickly.
Could you show, oh God, there's too much.
There's so much. It's a great show.
I want to show Jimmy the Russian broad.
I want to see the Russian broad.
You weren't here when we did this the first time?
I probably was, but I don't remember what they look like.
I don't think.
And there's the Colombian broad, and there's the really hot model.
Brazilian girl, yeah.
Is there clips we could choose from?
I
Most watched on 90-day Fiance video. So
is it okay if we? I mean, we've watched the clips before.
Yeah, but there's other. It seems like there's other clips up there now.
No, it's the same clips.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Most watched. Give me the.
This is
choices again.
We have the clip of talking about attraction between the Russian chick and the guy from Cleveland. This is the one where the Russian chick starts making rules in his house about whether or not he can wear his shoes.
Right.
Let me see her. Just let me see the little doll. I want to see what she looks like.
Oh, we didn't see charades with. There's new clips up there, bro.
Charades we did not see.
We didn't see that one.
Let's watch charades.
All right.
Look how hot this broad is, and she's got to play charades with this sap's parents.
And this is without the makeup.
No makeup. Yeah.
Alan and Kiri.
This chick is the Brazilian chick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I know Kirley misses her family, so I want...
They're over at his parents' house.
Yeah, this is the guy that, his hair is basically falling out in front of your eyes on TV.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to make whatever he has left into a faux hawk.
And he's got the hottest broad from a tiny little town in Brazil.
Jesus.
That has no culture whatsoever. They were in a supermarket doing self-checkout, and she was scared. She didn't understand what that was.
Yeah, she needs to be kept in a box like a veal. He can't let anyone see her or her see anyone else and just keep lying to her that he's the greatest thing this country has to offer.
If you the president, why are we not? You trust me?
Yes, this guy.
This is the guy.
Barely holding on.
Oh, yeah.
And she doesn't even speak English yet. Just wait till she learns English.
This is the guy who showed her the hot water heater in his house. And she went, oh.
Right.
He was showing her the different faucets.
Yep. She's a 10.
Wow.
There's no doubt about it. She's a 10. And this guy, what? 5?
Oh. No, he's not a 5. He's maybe a 3.
Just a jamoke.
He's a complete jamoke.
He's just a poor jamoke.
He's a shadrool.
Yes.
She's going to be like... Wait till she finds out that people generally don't have chaperones come to their house. As a matter of fact, they fuck on the first date.
What a dunce.
Yeah. He should have gotten it sucked in the car on the way home.
Yes, of course.
Right. Yep. So she's now living at the parents' house, and as soon as the parents left, she's just crying because she misses her home,
and she's alone.
She's just alone.
Why is she alone for a second?
With some fat old white people.
Oh, God.
This sap believes in some imaginary shit from the heavens.
Asshole.
Oh, he's the Mormon guy. Okay.
That's why he's not getting into that posa
from the heavens. It really sounds silly when you phrase it like that.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Smith or whatever the hell his name is. You see what you got in the other room? What are you doing? Anyway.
So I want to at least make her feel like she's a part of mine. So tonight we're going to spend some quality time with my mom and my dad.
Quality?
I want pictures by the beach after our wedding.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be wearing your dress, right? How tall are your heels? Have you walked around in them a lot?
No. Why is she shouting at her? Like,
have you walked around in them?
That's what people do.
She's not retarded. She's Brazilian.
She's not deaf. She just doesn't know your language. Just because you say it louder doesn't mean she's going to understand it. And she's eating the biggest, sloppiest fucking man sandwich ever.
On her knees, sitting on their knees eating. And the Brazilian girl's pretty, she has big ears.
She has big ears, yeah, she does. When she's made up, she looks fucking supermodel.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But you see the mom eating a man sandwich? A giant man sandwich.
And Nathan, Alan's sensible dad.
Yeah, looking at her his fat-necked wife and the little Brazilian.
Right. I don't know, Alan. I think you should listen to your mother on this one.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to just say listen to your mother.
I have a feeling that Nathan might have snuck a camera or two.
Yeah, maybe.
Toilet cam?
It's his house.
You think Nathan was coming out in the middle of the night?
If she
don't mind me. Don't just.
If she doesn't understand a water heater and self-checkout, she's not going to understand a stuffed animal that has a camera.
Yeah. There's 50 nanny cams in her fucking room.
Yeah, all surrounding the toilet.
Yeah. Nathan, what are you doing? I want her to feel comfy and at home.
Right.
I don't know what happened to her pajamas. She must not have come with any.
A lot. 15 minutes, maybe. That's it? Maybe practice. Yeah.
Alan's mother is very sweet and caring.
Beautiful,
but
right?
It's not the same having my own mom here with me before the wedding.
What's the plan tonight?
Jesus.
It'd be kind of fun to have like a little game night, like we used to.
Yep.
Are you good at charades?
His mom looks like Captain Kangaroo.
Yes, but less fuckable.
You nailed it. Yes.
It's Captain
Kangaroo with a big man
That's
sandwich.
true. Oh, look, and here's Mr. Green Cards.
Mr. Expensive Jeans.
And this sap who has a future supermodel next to him on the couch has decided that they need to play charades.
They need to play a game.
She's
charades.
She's kissable.
She is. Yeah. Wow. That's a girl you take care of. You just, all right.
Yeah.
You win.
I'd hold her and just kiss her gently.
Yes. The mother?
Yes. By kiss, I mean knee in the mouth.
All right.
She just goes,
Yeah. They have to realize that some athlete, professional athlete, is going to have TLC on in their house.
Yep.
And they're going to watch this show, and it's going to be
it's
all
over.
it takes.
Call the agent and
it's
go,
over.
look, get this girl.
Right.
Yeah.
It's over. It's so over for this guy.
It's finished. Him and the Colombian chick, all of them.
Good at charades, Mimika?
He doesn't want to play charades
We'll
with his
see how
parents.
well you know your future wife. So you two are a team and we're a team.
One of our family traditions is game night. And charades is one of our favorites. And I think it'd be perfect to help Carolyn bond, with my parents. So hopefully the language barrier won't be an issue. All right.
Where's ours? Is it your turn? Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
The word is
It's only gonna take
deforestation,
literally
and he's pointing at his head. This poor fuck.
Because you just know how it's going to end.
Yes. Him losing everything.
Oh, his hair and his
From
broad.
head to toe.
Right.
Yes.
Now, Alan.
Alan?
Yes.
Your
Captain
mother wants to
Kangaroo
play
has something to
charades.
say.
Of course.
Yeah. She's done with her man sandwich.
Her chair. That's her chair.
Yeah.
Probably smells like ass.
Of course it does.
Look at the big comfy chair the mom sits in.
Yeah.
And the shitty old red
Poor
chair.
Alan gets the shitty chair.
Of course he does.
No, that's Nathan.
Or Nathan. Yeah, Nathan gets the shitty
Alan's
chair.
father.
Nathan, would you shut up?
Yeah.
Looks like Nathan's a chubby chaser.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, honey, you look great. You look great.
When he's not installing toilet cams, he's out there on the prowl.
Hey, it's only going to take literally a half a second.
Okay, let's
What's
see.
sex with her?
My English is still not perfect, so I don't play charades that much.
Wow.
But,
Right? Isn't she like stunning with makeup on?
How we
Without makeup, she's cute. With makeup, crazy.
Right.
She has a perfect teeth
One
and
word.
everything.
Clock. That one was too easy.
Yeah,
Way to go.
Big
Give me a
fat
high.
clock.
Look at it. Give me a high five.
exactly.
Look, they're having fun doing charades.
Ah,
It's
look at
bad
that.
enough that we're watching a video clip on the radio, but now it's a video clip where they play
Where
charades.
they play charades,
That's not
so
good.
there's not even any audio.
We've reached a new low.
Wow, she is
so
stunning.
fixated on her.
Yeah.
Wait till we have the clip of her being told she could be a model.
She'd
She's
be a
like,
good
what,
kisser.
a model? What?
Yeah.
Juicy lips.
What else is left in that clip?
I hate that the mom is just so bad. She didn't even say give me 5. She said give me a high.
Give me a high.
What are you talking about?
And another man sandwich, please.
And I need another manwich.
Let me get a manwich, where I'll take the bread and the meat and mash it up in a bowl and then drink it.
She enjoys a good manwich.
Oh, she does.
Who ate the last sloppy Joe?
Oh, she loves sloppy joes.
That's your favorite,
Oh,
right?
loves them.
I'm making sloppy Joes
She
tonight.
takes nice sloppy Joe dumps in the morning while this beautiful Brazilian's trying to sleep
Yeah.
in the fucking living room on a pullout.
Alan, your mother made sloppy Joes tonight, so I'd appreciate it if you ate one too.
You gotta eat something.
What else is in
Way
this?
to go. Give me a high.
Give me a high.
Okay. Go.
Oh, the father.
His hands were over his head.
Lamp.
Hey, isn't that fun,
My
everyone?
family back home in Brazil, they are very warm people and they like to laugh. And now playing this game, I'm starting to see the same things in Alan Burr.
Happy.
It's making me feel more at home. Okay.
Do you know this one?
Yes, I think.
I think.
It's 2 words? 2 words? You're walking. Wedding reception. Wedding, cake.
Oh, she did it.
Yay, she did it.
I really think my parents are starting to see Kiriam as their daughter. So I hope with their support, it's just a matter of time until she really feels at home here in this country.
No, boy.
Good
Don't
games,
do it,
though.
dude.
That's fun.
I knew she'd leave you.
Right, you're out of your league.
I knew it.
Oh, you're out of your league.
Yeah.
So out of his league.
Let's see what other clips.
This girl seems nicer, like more enjoyable than the other girl.
She's like lost right now.
Yeah.
But once she learns America and rich American men that just want her, she will be gone in a second.
But a Brazilian chick, don't you think that they already know how hot they are?
I don't know.
I don't think that chick does.
I don't think she knows. She's like Bambi.
No, she's from a really tiny town. She's so isolated from everything.
Yeah. She's fucking amazing.
How do you meet her?
Hot, right?
Hey, Sam, could we take a break?
Yeah, how do you meet her? Where do we
Please,
go?
you think I'm not fucking going to my web browser? Of course I She's lovely.
Sam, go to the email that Roland sent out
That's
for full episodes and find a good one of the Colombian broad.
I want to find the. Have you seen
the
hot tub episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious with the guy.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
The mysterious guy with his hat.
And you got to find them a good clip of the Russian broad.
Okay.
And that's sap.
Yeah, I think she's a spy for the KGB.
She's something, man. She has no desire to be with that guy.
No,
desire to be in
none.
Cleveland. She will marry the dude and divorce him soon after that.
We get divorced now.
Right. And then she'll move to fucking New York City. And that's it.
You are nothing but stupid men that I use. I used to come to America. You're fucking stupid. And he's like, but I love you.
Right.
Love? You are a fucking ridiculous. You are not even man. I want Milos.
The clip of the Russian girl, the one that could be good is when she went over to his parents' house and refused to eat.
Yeah.
After the mom prepared all this food.
Oh, yeah.
Showing that she is a
she
cold-hearted
doesn't eat
bitch.
in front of people, is what was said.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're all basically trying to say, look, dude, she's not into you.
Yeah.
You see the sit down with the father at the bar?
Oh, yeah.
Basically saying, dude, what the fuck?
That everyone sees.
Right.
Everyone sees what this guy cannot see, which is that she is just using him. It's great.
Did you say Nazi?
Nazi. Right. Yes.
Having some trouble with these links, gotta be honest.
Why?
What's wrong with the links?
I know the password.
Yes, it says here.
The password.
It's not working. They better fucking... I haven't watched all the episodes.
Kledzmard.
They better not have shut me out.
Kledzmard 30665.
That's the password.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is that episode 3?
I think it's episode 1.
Oh.
I have to get these links, Roland.
I just sent to you.
Thank you.
An hour ago.
Okay.
We saw this one, though.
I just... Oh, God, look at her. Oh, look at her.
This chick.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's really huggable.
Oh.
Would you move her into your apartment?
I'd throw my Aussie shit out. I'd throw my Sabbath shit out if she told me to.
We saw these clips. Go to episode 3.
I don't like the loud music. I don't like the British people. Out it goes.
You are right.
Why are their names scribbled on it? Oh, they must have wrecked it with their signatures. Throw it out.
Throw it all away.
Get rid of these basketballs and gloves. Who's this dude? Joe Frazier? Fuck him. Throw this out.
More room for you, sweetie.
More room for your stuff. More room for the photographs of your asshole that I'm going to have framed.
Oh, this...
she is great. Oh, that's
this
fucking
guy.
loser.
Oh, this is the kiss... Go back. That's the kissing you part
Yeah,
where
yeah,
she
yeah.
goes, what are you doing?
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, they're in.
Is she pretty, the Russian girl?
She's not bad.
She's
like cute,
but
she's
all right.
But her
Something evil
personality,
about her.
yeah, her personality is there's no sexuality about her
No, she
whatsoever.
has no interest in this guy sexually.
She's a soldier, and look at we're in My Witcher. Look at that guy.
Yeah, look at him.
That
He's just got a big fat gut on him.
He's built like Pyle before he shoots himself.
Yeah.
She hates that he smokes, and he continues to smoke.
He probably has smoking breath.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is great. So they've just come from New York City. They spent the night in Times Square and everything.
Oh, right.
And then this is the sign that she gets.
Welcome to Ohio. After they've been driving all night. You can tell that it's the middle of the night as they pull into Ohio.
A flyer from New York, just Cleveland.
By the way, both times they send him to Chicago and New York, much better places, because they want his place to look worse.
To look more like shit.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, they're fucking with him bad.
Oh, yeah.
You think any of the guys are aware of that, though?
No.
That'll be nice. She'll enjoy the trip. This guy could be the biggest sap to ever be on TV.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
Well, not counting what's his
He's
name
a
that was
dunce.
tricked in that reality show, Joe Schmo.
Matt Kennedy Gould. He's by far the biggest sap.
Joe
Schmo. Matt Kennedy Gould.
What the hell?
was that the quote? No, it was, what is going on here? He couldn't have been more obvious, that show.
Built a whole reality show to just fuck with him.
Oh, he was disappointed.
We bring that up every few years. If you haven't seen Joe Schmo season 1,
that's the best reality
do yourself
show
a
there's ever been.
fucking favor, man.
Yeah, that first one was great.
What a sap.
All right, so this is
the Russian broad with the Cleveland guy.
He's being this Cleveland guy is bringing this Russian chick to Cleveland for the first time.
Right.
A lot of work in here, figuring that eventually I can raise a family here. I was thinking of the future when I bought it.
His house, and look at how shitty it is.
No offense. He bought the house with this Russian chick in mind.
They leave New York City in this car, drive to Cleveland, get there at night like it's Paris Island.
Because he knows the ride to his house is shitty. So it's like, look, if I do it in the middle of the night, she might not notice.
She might not notice my shitty house.
And my shitty neighborhood.
How much desperation is in this guy?
Dude, he's
I was
the best.
I was thinking about the future because I thought we might, raise a family here.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it, but I think we all were this guy at one time.
At one point,
of course.
In different degrees. That's why I can't get enough of him.
Yeah.
This was me in high school, just trying to save every crazy girl. And,
Right, right.
No, you were the Mormon guy.
having my friend's chaperone.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Oklahoma guy.
Yes, yeah, you haven't met him yet.
Yeah, we got to get you up to speed. So you're getting there. And we're talking to him tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Roland, the Colombian broad, and the guy, Peo, and whatever the fuck.
Pow.
Yeah, Pow. All right, go ahead. He's pulling up to his below average house.
Thank you.
She's like, what the fuck?
She's dissatisfied.
Oh, no.
Hey, doggy.
He walked into the worst balloon displays.
Oh, catch that balloon display.
The balloon display is horrible.
This is what he thinks is going to get her.
There's 3 supermarket balloons. None of them are even Mylar.
No.
With a USA theme, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know, she's an American now. With his shitty, gonna die soon dog on the couch.
It's 88 cents worth of balloons and a near-dead dog.
Candy's dog from Mice and Men.
On a flea-infested couch.
Yeah.
Never good too when you get the seatbelt sweat between your big tits. Because on the gray sweatshirt or t-shirt he's got on.
Siggy breath.
My house.
She's tired because they've been driving all night.
Pride and joy. I put a lot of work in here, figuring that
This is his
eventually
pride and
I
joy.
could
Pride and joy,
raise a family
Jerry.
here. I was thinking of the future when I bought it.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna have all of this. She's gonna take your house, you idiot.
Thank you.
And then she's going to demolish it.
Walks in. Dog. She slips and cracks her head. She slips in dog shit that the dog dumped on the floor. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
He's an old incontinent dog.
Yes. You're not the mother to this.
He's protesting communism. Yeah, it was 3 awful balloons.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Would you try to do a better job if you were bringing one of these girls home?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I really would, yeah.
Look at Jimmy's face.
Also, there's another sign that something isn't very good. Look at the stand-up fan. That means there's no central air conditioning.
Yeah, that means it gets hot in there.
It gets hotter than a motherfucker.
I didn't even think of that.
There's a stand-up oscillating fan.
I think the House of Horror was a better house in Cleveland.
Yes.
Nobody with air conditioning has standing fans.
No one has a fan if the fucking air conditioning's on.
Oh,
this isn't good.
I mean, it does get hot outside, but the fan does a nice job of keeping it cool.
And
it
it
moves
sucks
the
my
air
smoke
around.
out.
Yeah.
Hey, doggy.
Doggy.
Oh, you're so cute.
Say hi to your new mommy.
Hello.
Yeah, she's cute.
I was just thinking about living together. I'm really excited about that. Like, I want to know how it feels like to be with a person like every minute. Oh, is that for me?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
that's
good.
very nice.
What is it? Hold on.
Oh,
Socks?
there's a little gift basket.
Yeah, he has a gift basket.
That's shitty. It's a
basket.
cup.
I see some United
Living
States of America
together.
credit card holders.
Yes.
What do we got in there? We got some towels.
What is she doing? His podcast? What the fuck is that?
You missed another subtle thing.
Oh, what?
He let her walk into the kitchen first, knowing I got this, and he's got his hands on his side, like,
it's like, look what I left.
watch out, watch the reaction I get for this.
Do you think he set that all up and looked at it? Let me put this here.
He's got an American flag
socks
towel,
in there.
socks.
Why would you give somebody socks in a gift basket?
It's terrible.
It's a little American flag.
It's
What
just
is that?
white socks.
A loofah?
A loofah.
one of those
Yeah, that's a loofah.
A little loofah.
Is that like Stars and Stripes popcorn or something?
A
in those
baseball?
bags?
Just leave the loofah in the shower.
What's she gonna do with a baseball?
Well, it's everything America.
Yeah.
Is there apple pie in there maybe also?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a terrible gift basket.
I hate the little placemats on the table.
Oof, yeah, look at them.
Poor girl. She is fucking hot too.
For
man.
future kids, he's never going to have because she's going to take them forever.
Oh, she's just done.
He's not going to be able to afford kids because she's going to have all his shit.
This is good.
She's going to take it all.
It's so obvious.
I won't take everything, you fuck. Here's your stupid fucking basket and balloons.
Yeah.
Take your fucking socks.
Take your fucking socks, your loofah, and your flag. Go fuck yourself.
All right, continue. Oh, fuck.
She's going to have it all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
I've left that for you.
Thank you, Mom.
A mug. A coffee mug.
My parents are really excited to see Aziza. I'm sure they're nervous about meeting Aziza for the first time.
She's cute, man.
And I think they have high hopes. This is the basement. Laundry room.
Right.
She's sitting straight up, stiff, her arms to her side.
Yeah.
There's no vibe that she wants this to go any fucking further here on this little bedroom scene.
And he's doing the giggles, like that's all like
right.
come hither giggles.
Oh, that's
It's
nervous.
like,
Nervous energy.
I want to fuck her so bad, but I don't know. This isn't going well.
I don't know how to make a move.
Yeah, I don't
She
think
should like the ideal situation for him is they walked in the door. She kind of made this moan and grabbed his balls.
Oh no!
And he's like, "All right, let's go to the bedroom."
Even better, that shitty gift basket. She would just like,
Oh yeah, that's
just fling it
gone.
on the floor and lay her back right on the
Pick
table.
up the American flag towel and be like, "Well, I'll be wiping your cum off of me with this."
Or no, she picks up the cup and she's like, "I'm going to fill this with your cum and then dump it into my mouth and asshole. I want to fill this with your American cum."
Yeah, that's if she was interested.
Yeah, I don't think
Instead, she's stiff on his bed,
she's
like, oh
just-
fuck.
I don't think the flirting's going well when he
No.
goes, "So are you feeling at home?" And she goes, "No."
She's like,
No.
"No." She wants nothing of this.
Well, she said 13 days together already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she's counting them down like prison, like a prison.
Boy,
cell. 13 days, 6 hours, 20 minutes.
She's notching on the wall.
Yes, on the wall, next to that shitty bed. She's carving fucking notches.
Please don't carve notches on my dream house.
90 fucking days. That's all I need to do. 90 fucking days.
That awful frame.
Yes.
Let's see.
Tonight is the night. Good night, sweetie.
Good night.
Not for anything but sleeping.
What are you doing?
Kissing you.
What are you doing? What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Get off of me, you fat fuck.
Like, how does in his mind that translate to her ever grabbing his cock saying, I have to have this?
Right.
Now, do you want to watch Pow get boots or Pow in
Just
the hot
show
tub?
Jimmy Powell.
You want to? What about show him the hot
Just show
tub?
the coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this chick.
Fancy, I like that word.
Of course, she went to the most expensive pair of...
It's just because the most expensive is more beautiful.
Why did she want to get on the phone?
That's his ex-wife? Oh, no.
She's in the equation.
Oh,
That's back to the
no.
That's
He had
back to the
2 kids
Filipino
with her.
blonde.
Yeah.
He's connected to her for the rest of his life.
Weeks.
And this is his ex-wife. She's brutal.
You know what she looks like?
Brutal looking and just tough.
She looks like a fat man who's transitioning into womanhood. Oh, she's terrible. She's like fucking Meatloaf in Fight Club. What a fucking mess.
A disaster.
She's brutal. Oh, and she gives him the business.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, put in the password.
Because they share 2 boys, so she gives them the business.
Lucky them.
My boys aren't going to deal with anybody that I don't think.
Right,
Shut
right.
up.
She's like, she's not going to discipline the boys.
None of your business.
Oh, my God.
What a fucking pisser.
That looks funny, man. I'm very, very...
I love this fucking show. Do the lingerie. Is that the lingerie?
Oh, is this when she comes down the stairs?
I think that's on it previously on. That won't show you.
You sure?
I think I got something.
Oh, okay.
Things. They have a sauna, they have a...
Sauna?
So this is the Colombian broad. She's basically a sex doll just walking around the earth with the mysterious guy from Oklahoma. And they move out of the parents' house because she demands it, and he can't afford this place that he just bought. What do you say about his checking account? It's going to take a beating?
Yeah.
You never want to have to say that to a beautiful girl.
But it's worth it.
Oh, it's worth it, though.
And they have a hot tub, and... yeah, go ahead, play
But he
it
didn't
out.
say it as confidently as that. He said, well, you know, my checking account probably wasn't going to expect to take a hit this hard.
Yeah. But it's worth it.
Yeah, look at this hot tub scene, Jim.
So now they're there in their new apartment. 62 days to wed. It's got some
The
champagne.
apartment is amazing. They have a lot of things. They have a sauna, they have a gym.
Wow.
But my favorite is the hot tub.
Oh.
It's nice.
Are you in a hotel?
No, that's their apartment building.
She hates his hat.
Yeah, of course.
She takes the towel down.
Wow, those are fat tits.
Yeah.
What fat tits?
Yeah.
And she wants to use them badly.
Yeah, she does.
Look, he's like,
Living with Rose's parents, it was really good. It was fine. They were really nice with me. But sometimes you need your honest space, like you need your privacy. And now that we have our own place, I can do whatever I want.
Fat tits.
Look at those.
Look, she puts...
It's an amazing place.
He's like, ma.
Look at him backing away again.
I don't want it.
Tell him to take his stupid cowboy hat off.
We're very happy.
Holy shit.
She's putting his hat on. I would hate that too if I was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pause that. I would hate that, her fucking getting my hat all wet with her sloppy hands. I'd be like, fucking take my hat off. You're getting it wet. I'm right with him.
Jimmy loves a good hat.
You would hold your hat as priority over that.
Yes,
chick?
I would. I would hate one of my. If I was wearing a hat in a hot tub, I would hate it to get wet. That would bug me so much. Like, get your fucking wet chlorine hands off my hat.
So if that chick came down in that bikini and was like, "Take your hat off," you'd be like, "No, ma'am."
No. I'd still suck her tits, and I would take my own hat off. But if her dumb wet hands reached for my fucking hat and put it on her wet head, I'd want to kill her.
Right. Good. What does he say after that scene?
He looks like Nucky's brother.
Yeah, he does.
Boardwalk Empire.
Take it from there.
He's mysterious.
Mike and Aziz. Oh, that's the. Oh God, he's lighting up. Let me see him lighting this. Let me see Fatso lighting a ciggy.
Jimmy's in. Jimmy's so in.
He's lighting a ciggy
Outside a bar. Two things she doesn't want him doing.
A cigarette? Like a bump?
Sure. Just shooting a documentary.
On you? Apparently, thank you.
Yeah, he's all
Are you
handsome.
that cool to have a documentary on you?
I am.
Good
Mike texted me to come meet him at the bar, and when I walked up, he was flirting with a couple of girls.
She looks Asian.
It's a weird Russian thing. Sometimes Russians got them eyes.
Yeah. Oh, you have Siggy breath again.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch.
That means she's going to make it really hurt.
She does get jealous sometimes. And
You think
I was
she's
just
gonna take
worried
his
that she
dream
would
house?
think that...
Do you think she gets
something
jealous
crazy
of
was
this
going
guy?
on.
No. Wow. Fucking, she is a knockout.
Oh, that's a long story.
You love her, huh?
Yeah.
Basically, I was going to Russia and went on to a website to learn Russian. And she was the first person I talked to on the website.
Go
trying
figure.
to teach each other language and spoke every day since then. And
He's such a sap.
Yes,
He went for the first person. He didn't even
First person.
He didn't even like just give it a little time. Like, oh well, that one's good, but let's see what else is out there. He was like first person that paid attention to.
I got an email from Nigeria, and I decided to send my bank information over.
Wow, she's lovely. I think I like her more than the Colombian. As of this moment.
Well, look,
More than the Brazilian
we're
chick?
all getting our favorites.
Could you show the Colombian broad coming downstairs? It's probably right before the hot tub scene.
She's sexier.
Just to change Jimmy's mind here.
No, but this girl's cute. I like her face. She's very kissable.
When she smiles, she's definitely
Beautiful.
Beautiful, but...
Yeah. The Colombian has big fat tits.
Look at this chick.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's the same.
She's on a bull with
It's
big
on the
tits.
mechanical
That's what I'm
ball.
saying. Look at
Just
her.
rocking the mechanical bull with her big tits.
Everything's just one big party for her.
I think it depends on where you are mentally, because that's like every 14-year-old guy is like,
Yeah.
that's what he creates. This chick looks like she came from the movie Weird Science.
Absolutely.
The best part about this dumb fucking show is that they found so many different types of girls like that for everybody to enjoy. You got your sex pot, you got your maternal mom kind of Asian woman that's going to take care of the kids, and then you got the model but sweet looking,
Innocent.
and then the cute notorious fucking Russian spy, the dangerous one. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
And all the guys just assholes.
Yeah, just a bunch of
different degrees.
Not even
of,
assholes.
schmucks.
Just
jamokes.
saps. Just saps. They're not even assholes.
Yes.
Good.
People have to accept me the way I am.
here's our bedroom.
Yeah, we have a
Fiance visa.
You sure you considered trying to be a model?
Look at this chick, Jim.
Oh, this
Look
is
how made up she
Wait,
is.
this is a few. Just play this scene.
She's pretty.
This is the one that went and got her hair done from Brazil, and they're telling her she could be a model. She's trying to explain to this guy like she doesn't even know what a model is.
No.
That's how innocent she is.
No.
Go back slightly.
This modeling.
It's all just montage.
Look at.
Oh, and then
Put something.
Oh my God.
Good idea.
They give her 4 clothes.
As we can.
A lot of people think that she might have ulterior motives.
Aziza is not a mail order bride. She loves me. I can see it in her eyes.
He's talking about the Russian chick.
yeah.
There's never been an ounce of love in those
No,
eyes.
none.
No.
You see what the Colombian broad was wearing as she came down for breakfast? And the mom's like, yeah, that would be a good idea.
A teddy. She's wearing a teddy.
The parents.
That's great. It's great. She lived with Bob Saget. Aziza. Oh.
Look at that face. Jesus.
Aziza is, wow, the Colombian chick looks nuts, though. No, the Brazilian chick, there's a shot with the white all around her eyes.
Yeah,
No,
where
that
our
was because
eyes
she
are
just opened
open
her
real
eyes.
wide.
That was just,
It's great.
Wait, play the montage, and then we'll finally be done
That was
with
kind
this.
of the end of it.
It was?
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Look,
And Pal and her fiance.
Yeah, well, no one knows the names of the guys,
Why
really.
would you?
Right.
He's wearing like
Sap
a
number one.
the striped shirt. He kind of looks like not a frilly shirt, pirate shirt, but one of the crew members' pirate shirt.
Right.
And
Schmee's shirt.
Yeah. And his hair is like frosted and done up.
Yeah.
He's so mysterious.
Very. He comes from a very religious family.
Yes, crosses are all over the walls in the parents' house.
And this chick doesn't even care. The Colombian chick just wants to party. She
just a dick.
She just wants to have a good time and get some dick.
Just needs the dick.
You think she'd fuck this guy?
Of course, yeah. I think so. I think she would.
Those big tits.
If he wanted to. He didn't want any part of it, though. They're going to call in tomorrow.
Fantastic.
And you know what's even more interesting? I found Pow's Twitter account. The Colombian chick.
Yeah.
There's not one picture or mention of that jamoke.
Let's go to her Twitter account.
Oh, shit. So if they got married and everything, there'd be fucking pictures.
Right.
I think this show was filmed in August.
Oh, man. Come on.
September, October, November.
Yeah,
so
they'd have been
they had to
married.
they had to make a decision before December.
Oh, boy. That's not good.
I don't even know if we do the show justice. There's so much shit.
All I wanted to do was look at those chicks.
Yeah. That's her account?
No, not yet. I'm finding her on my thing.
Do you follow her now? Yeah.
Yeah, I follow her.
I know. I gotta find those and follow.
Is she in New York?
She was.
If she's calling from Colombia, you know it didn't work out.
Oh boy.
Here, do her pictures.
Wow. Yeah.
Jimmy, look at this.
Look at her ass
Look at
there.
this.
Nice, right?
You think that'd be fun?
Yeah. I'd give that a good eating.
So where's the guy, though, in her pictures?
Yeah, keep going with the pictures. There's got to be one.
I'm not seeing...
No.
Oh
my God.
Oh, my.
I have a feeling she's back in Colombia.
Yeah?
Really? Oh, my God.
She is a heavy-titted lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this chick.
Not one picture of her should-be husband by now.
No.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What are you going to do? She'll be on the show tomorrow. What's her Twitter account?
It is PAO, P-A-O, 8705.
All right. She only has 513 followers. No one's watching this show except us.
Wow, 513 followers.
That's it.
And our Twitter account's not advertised that much.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like they say it on the show.
It'll blow up a little bit today. We'll get that number above 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll take a break.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have more on that show in the coming days.
We'll keep you posted.
It's called 90 Day Fiance. It's on TLC.
Yeah.
Best show right now.
I fucking love it. I haven't loved a show in a while, especially a nonsense show.
That's fun.
It is. It's complete nonsense and chicane.
I enjoy a good nonsense show, but there haven't been a lot of good ones lately.
You weren't impressed by that dude's dream house?
Hell no. Hell no.
Dream house.
His dream house.
With his twin bed. And he has
a tiny closet,
he has to
motherfucker.
put his clothes in the horrible mildew basement next to the washer and dryer.
Well, that way it's less time I have to take to move the clothes around. I can get him right out of the dryer and hang him up.
He's just fucking in the morning in the cold basement getting changed. Right. Going to work like... Oh.
His cold feet on the cement floor.
His clothes are cold when he puts them on.
As he has a ciggy.
Yeah, a ciggy
Wouldn't
downstairs.
he have a guest room where he could just put his clothes in there for now?
No, not
I
his
think he
dream
only
house.
has one room in his dream house.
It's a dream house with a full bed and probably ashtrays all over and a fan to blow the ciggy smoke out. I don't like when he smokes and he kisses me with his dumb unshaven face and talking breath.
Oh my God,
that's great.
All right, well,
all right,
we'll get into other shit. Don't you worry. Stay there.
City.
It's like an ice rain now.
Crappy. Yeah. Very.
Boston's got the
dangerous.
snow. It looks like.
Very dangerous.
Boston could see a foot of snow today. CNN is reporting.
Yeah.
And we just got shitty rain. So.
Hey, did you see that fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy and Ken Ham? That little debate they had.
Well, everyone's talking about
science and
science,
creationism. Yeah, evolution, creationism. It really is. I don't know if embarrassing is the word when you watch somebody that's like Ken Ham, so religious, trying to talk about science, because it's ludicrous.
Yeah, they're just dope.
It doesn't go hand in hand, and he was trying to make this
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Because I know there's going to be, we're going to be all in on this for a while. Bill Burr's calling.
Oh, Billy, that's right.
And he sat through our nonsense for like a half hour.
Oh, man.
Mr.
Yes.
Burr, we apologize for not picking you up during that amazing radio segment we just did.
Hello, Bill.
I enjoyed it. I felt bad for the guy. Just your descriptions of him and his hope and just how she was just...
yeah.
Just by the audio, it was never happening, and she was leaving on the 91st day.
Oh, man, it is a great show, because I really feel like every guy has been there with
We've all done that.
With a girl that you just know you're out of your league, and you're just doing everything, hoping it's going to work out.
Holding on for dear life.
Holding on for dear life, man. So
I was actually trying to think, like, what he could have done to make it happen, and he doesn't have enough time to get in shape or to develop a personality. So the only thing it involved was just threats.
He could threaten her,
right,
and that only lasts so long.
Yeah.
She'll
figure that out, too.
Somebody crying underneath you really just gets rid of their beauty.
Oh, shit. Yes, the weeping underneath your weight.
Sure.
Trying to kiss them as they're hanging their head.
and then we were segging into this debate that Ann saw last night.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see any of that, Bill? The Bill Nye Ham debate?
Yeah, it was religion and science as far as creationism and evolution goes.
Was it on YouTube, the debate?
Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Yeah, it was the #1 trending topic on Twitter for a while there last night.
And just watching religious guys trying to debate science is really ridiculous.
No matter how far back you go, they'll just, well, who created the material to make the microscope, man?
And then when Bill Nye would say something like, well, we don't know that. And he goes, I know it, because I read a book, and that book is the Bible. Is it really, that's your answer?
But that book was edited.
It was.
They left out a whole bunch of stuff from that book.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
The people only watch that because they want to see the religious guy look like an idiot.
That's exactly what it was.
That's the only reason to really enjoy a good debate.
And he did.
Of course he did.
He looked like a complete fucking idiot.
Of course he did.
Where are you, Mr. Burr?
One of the best lines I heard in one of those debates was one time, they had the religious guy and the science guy. And the religious guy goes, well, what about this? And the guy goes, well, we don't know that yet. And then the guy goes, well, there you go. That's blah, 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 the higher power thing. And the guy just goes, look, just because you don't have the answer to a question yet doesn't mean it deserves a supernatural explanation.
Right.
Which was just really kind of something. I'm not saying that, there isn't something or whatever, but like...
Right.
It's just, every religion is just made up by people. It's like it was developed around a campfire or something.
Yeah.
It all reads that way.
It's not this divine word of some greater fucking entity.
That's why I love Scientology.
Oh, yeah.
Scientology, I just love listening to people go like, how the hell can this guy run and blah, 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 blah. It's like, just say out loud what you believe.
Yeah.
Just like my story, I actually do a bit about this where I just basically, my religion, I believe a woman that never had sex had a baby and it walked on water, had endless buckets of fish, died, and then 3 days later came back.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just messing with you. What's up, everybody?
Exactly. They're all just ridiculous stories.
There's proof that guy Ron existed.
Oh, L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is proof. There's video.
Yes. Some lovely photos of him in an ascot.
Yes.
If you've ever seen...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most believable religion there is.
Yeah.
Scientology.
When you watch that shit, that religion shit, when they're trying to debate it, the religious people will take the science and try to pound it into their beliefs, and the scientific people take what they see and the evidence and actually change their ideology based on the evidence, not the other way around. They're so closed-minded that you can't have an honest, very religious creationism scientist. It just doesn't work. They're opposites.
Well, nobody wants to hear that when you die, you just go into the ground.
Well, yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you live and there's lollipops for everybody. So you're a good boy. I mean, I'm not saying that's like, look, I just wish they would just say, listen, we have no idea what happens, but we kind of have this vibe that you probably should be a good person.
Right.
You know, just to hedge your bets, just in case there is somebody who created us and all the evil in the world, but for some reason is blaming us for it.
Yeah.
I mean, none of it works out. None of the math on any of it works out. Other than, like, I like the 10 Commandments and I like the 7 Deadly Sins. That makes the most sense to me. And then the rest of it, you know,
there's such
made up by cavemen.
Yeah, pretty much. There's just such a there's such detail to what supposedly happens to you after you die, and you're right hand of God and all this stuff, and there's no evidence to back up any of it. And yet
none of it makes sense.
They'll take the evidence, yeah.
That God was talking to, like, was in full communication with regular people,
yeah,
and then just hung up on us, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, he used to hang out a lot, apparently. He'd come down, give people tests, and, wreak some havoc, and shit like that.
My religion is basically, wait till Dad gets home.
Yeah, that's
basically what it is. Oh, you better make sure you make your bed, because when Dad gets home.
It really does boil down to that. Yeah, you got to be good. Or you're in trouble when he gets back.
With Pops.
Yeah.
Right, and meanwhile, my religion, they break every commandment. They've just broken, and none of them seem nervous. None of them seem nervous about going to hell or anything, and they've done, they've been
and they've done horrific things. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Why aren't they sweating profusely knowing what's going to happen to them because of what they did?
Because they're in the castle, and they know that, at some point they just sit there, and the oldest guy there goes, it's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
But enjoy this castle they gave us. It's wonderful.
Yeah, because wouldn't you be shaking in your boots thinking of an eternity of damnation for what you did?
Right.
If you really, truly believed it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you really believed, you wouldn't be touching kids like that, right?
No.
Hey, if the business comes first, everybody.
Right.
Hey, Bill. I know it's a little too late. It's a few days now, but any thoughts on the Super Bowl? You're a big sports fan. I like getting your take on sports. You loved it.
Loved it.
Even though it was a blowout.
I did, because I got this weird thing where I really like Peyton Manning, but for some reason, I don't know. They always just say they wanted to say that he's the greatest quarterback of all time before he even had his first Super Bowl ring, because he throws for 9,000 yards in November.
Right.
And I don't blame the entire loss on him. I think they were outcoached and a number of other things that wasn't Peyton's fault. But
didn't the whole team look panicky to you? The whole team just looked nervous and not ready.
Well, I mean, I don't know the guy from Adam, but he gets a look on his face when he goes down in a playoff game early on in the game, and maybe I'm reading into it, but his body language, he just looks like he's not like he quit, but he's just like, great. This is how it's going to be, and it's like the end of the first quarter, he gets that look on his face. But who knows? I'm just an idiot comedian. But I will tell you this: I figured out the magic number on how to watch a Super Bowl. You basically record the game, you hang out with your friends. You only invite 3-4 people that really give a shit about the game. You let the game go for 90 minutes. Shut off your phones and all that. You let the game go for 90 minutes. We turned it on hour and a half after it started. Dude, we didn't watch one commercial. We fast forward through every commercial, every challenge flag, every injured player, the entire halftime. We watched the whole thing in 2 hours, and we almost finished, basically, maybe like 5 minutes after the rest of the world if you watched it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then the second the game ends, and they're just like, and Pete Carroll, tell it out on the field, you just shut it off.
Wow, you don't want...
Pam Oliver and all those people on the sidelines, all of that crap, and then you can actually stay in the excitement of the game.
Right, right.
Because there's so much extra crap going on. And I got to tell you, too, when I, at the end of the game, like, my wife came home like an hour afterwards, and she'd watched it somewhere else, and she's like, did you see the halftime show with Bruno Mars? And I was like, no. And then she actually rewound it, and I watched it because I already saw the game. I could actually sit down and enjoy that rather than getting annoyed that this crap for 45 minutes was interrupting the most important football game of the year.
Wow, you don't like nonsense. No nonsense for Bill.
No, he doesn't have time for that shit.
You don't get involved with the commercials. Everyone talks about the commercials on Monday, though.
Oh, that's the worst. That's why Super Bowl parties are the worst. People talk during the game, and then they shut up during the commercial. And then the game comes back on, and everybody's like, how many do you think that one cost? How do you think that one was that good? What? Whatever happened to him? He's doing commercials? Oh, it's awful.
Can't argue with that.
I like that. So what, 90 minutes is the buffer you need?
Yeah, and all you need to do as far as SportsCenter goes is, ESPN goes, all you need to do is watch SportsCenter, and then you just have your thumb on mute.
Right.
For when somebody's going to yell in the middle of a home run, you're my boy, Blue, or,
yeah.
quote some stupid movie. Like, I don't know, ESPN, I swear to God, I think those guys, I don't even think they're human anymore. I think they just like...
Animatronic.
Like androids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just sort of these fucking creepy-looking people, like that creepy good-looking in suits.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a jaded sports fan.
You certainly are. You're a jaded, pretty much everything.
Jaded human being?
No, that's not true. I have a lot of positive thoughts. It's just not a lot of it exists in how they broadcast sports.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. I'm going to have to pull that one next year.
What ESPN used to be like, watch the NHL channel.
Right on. Right on. Hey,
it just looks like they have this giant room and this little desk, and there's like 2 employees.
Yeah.
And the Vancouver Canucks had a game against Calgary last night. But they're gradually becoming slicker and slicker with each year, and they'll ruin it.
Are you a fan of outdoor hockey? They kind of went crazy with that this year.
Yeah, they got to be careful because...
Careful? They've done what, like 6 of them this year or something? They used to do 1 outdoor game. It was kind of cool, and now they had 2 at Yankee Stadium alone this year.
I still think it's cool, but they got to... there's definitely the hokey line where you can start to cross it, but I don't know, dude. I love hockey, and I hope they continue to keep getting close to being popular and then shooting themselves in the foot like they always do.
Yep.
And it just stays a distant fourth because it really helps the sport where, they can't afford to do a lot of the crap that what football is doing right now, that's all Roger Goodell's ego, where the same way as like a stand-up comedian, you try to be the best you can, and you're competing against the people in front of you. That guy, he's competing with Pete Rozelle.
Right.
He has to somehow outdo that guy, and that's why they have that dumbass game that they play in London every year. They have to try to make it global.
Yeah.
Like soccer, I think, so they can be like, and Roger Goodell, he was the guy who brought football to Turkey. Just so he can hang his hat on something, because it's just like, how many fucking teams do you need?
Yeah, I don't see it.
That'll never happen.
Right now.
I don't see it catching on in Europe. I mean, they're going to the game, obviously. They're enjoying it, but when that wears off, the novelty of it, I don't really see them.
They're so fixated on soccer, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. They've tried to make soccer work in America. Some would say it is working in America. I don't know. I just can't stand it.
I heard this guy one time said to me the funniest shit about soccer. He goes, He goes, we already have that game in America. It's called hockey. It's a lot faster. And it is. Whenever I watch soccer, I'm just like, this is hockey. Except they took away the skates, and everybody's running around.
So true. So true.
Yeah, no one wants
I still like it. I
soccer in
actually
America.
like soccer, though.
You do like it. You're getting into it. What turned you on it?
I don't have the time to get into it.
Right.
But if there's a Premier League game or something like that, it's a lot like hockey, where there's a bunch of people who think it stinks, but then if you actually go to a game, you're like, wow, this is a totally different thing.
I might have to try that.
I cannot fucking get into it.
I guarantee you this, Anthony. If you went over to England and you went to a Premier League game, you would be like, this is insane. Just listening to the crowd singing the songs and you sit there with your glass of wine feeling like you conquered a country. You love it.
I do enjoy some hooliganism. Little hooliganism.
That is the only scary part about going over there.
Yeah. Crazy motherfuckers.
Yes.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, you're home.
I went to the Pro Bowl like a week ago or so, whenever the hell that was. Big out in Hawaii, and I always wanted to go to the Pro Bowl.
Were you able to just walk up and get tickets day of?
I'm sure I could have if I wanted.
It seems like nobody talks about the Pro Bowl.
Well, why would you want to go to the Pro Bowl except for the fact that it's in Hawaii?
It's in Hawaii, and then also I just love the whole Caddyshack vibe of the game, where it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, it seemed like the announcers were half in the bag, sitting there with those stupid lays around their neck. Like nobody. It's just a fun team to go to. You're out there in Hawaii. Dude, it's like, remember when, you had a day job that Wednesday before Thanksgiving, it's a half day, even the boss is in a good mood, everybody's kicking around.
Yeah. The good old days.
Like a ham at the end of it or something. It's just fun.
It's just fun. All right.
Shit.
I had a good time. I did a segment for Inside the NFL, and I got to go around talking to some of the players, but I just made sure I just talked to offensive linemen and like place kickers and guys on the chain gang, just because the whole bit was you're the best of the best. Like, how did you get here?
Yeah.
That guy who fills up the Gatorade things. It was a great time.
Just the fact that it's that they moved it before the Super Bowl really proves that no one gives a fuck about it.
Oh yeah, they almost canceled it, like. Telling players that you have to try this year.
You have to try. Yeah, because what? It's not in their best interest to hurt themselves.
Yeah, but who wants to blow out a knee for that game?
That's what I like, man. It's a testament to how tough that game is. That you can't even just have you can even like hockey, for as tough as that game is. But if you can play non-contact and it can still be kind of enjoyable to sit there and watch them. But like football. It's like you have to tackle the guy.
Right.
Has anyone had a career-ending injury in the Pro Bowl?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That would be.
It was the guy on the Patriots. They had, I forget his name, but they one year decided to do this rookie game where the rookies played this game on the beach in like shorts, like two-hand touch or like flag football, and somebody on the Patriots, a rookie, blew out his knee, and they never had the game again.
Oof.
Oh, my God.
What about the actual Pro Bowl, though? Like a good player, a named guy? Has he ever hurt himself to the point where it's like, oh, great, I ended my career at the fucking Pro Bowl?
I don't know. The number of people talked about that Patriot guy when I was there, and nobody can remember his name.
That's great.
Oh, they don't even know his name anymore. Oh, fuck.
The game was great. The game was a great game because they had Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice both chose upside. They didn't do AFC, NFC.
Oh, okay. Like old school gymnasium fucking rules.
Yeah, and they actually, there was a number of stretches where they actually were playing competitive football, and in the end, Jerry Rice's team drove down, scored a touchdown, was down by one, and just went for the 2-point conversion and got it. The Deion Sanders team comes back, and there's like no time left, and they're on like the 50-something. They're on their own like 45, and they attempted a 67-yard field goal. And the place was going nuts. Like, oh, It's just gonna be for the fucking record. It was brutal. There were people like me. Like, I saw a guy get kicked out in my section. He got kicked out at the Pro Bowl. Hilarious.
He had to be drunk.
Yeah, some chick ran out on the field, and I swear to God, it was a full 35 seconds before any security person actually turned around to see what people were yelling about. She was like running out of players to, like, you know that where you jump in the air and bump into each other?
Yeah.
She just sort of standing there. She was like running out of players. When the best part when somebody runs on the field is when they make that break for the opposite end field goal and the crowd starts cheering like it's an actual play. Like, she's gonna make it! She's gonna make it! It was a great time.
It sounds like it. Good for
And
you.
fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
You gotta go, dude. It's this old ass stadium. They have like 2 ATMs in the entire fucking stadium, so there'll be like 50 people in line. And just the technology of it, it's like you almost mentally go back in time. Like, you just like, I should have brought some bread, man.
Bread, man.
No, I had a, and then in the end, you're like in Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great. There's no reason not to go.
So you really went just to go to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. Did you do any surfing in Hawaii?
Man, you know how bad I'd love to surf. I have a couple of huge fears in life, and the ocean is one of them. I am absolutely fucking. I'll freak myself out in a pool sometimes. I just start thinking about, like, I would never swim in a pool in Florida. I just wouldn't.
What, alligator?
Well, you never know if an alligator slid in there, right?
Yeah.
I tell everyone that is scared of the ocean, you got to go scuba diving once, and you realize everything is fucking scared shitless of you.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I know a shark's going to bump into you every once in a while and take a bite, but in general, you're extremely safe in the ocean as far as creatures go.
I don't know.
But, I mean, you could tell some of that a million times.
No disrespect, Opie. You're a radio guy.
But then again,
Opie would have been like, well, Opie said it was safe.
But then again, if I'm at a beach and it's dark, I'm not fucking going in the water. Hell no. So,
yeah.
I love swimming and that type of thing, and like, but when I'm in the, frolicking in the surf, the second I have to tread water and I can't touch the bottom. I can't handle it.
Just freaked out. Yeah.
Are you afraid of being sucked out too with that?
Yeah.
The riptide.
Yeah, that's scary.
Drowning. The worst thing ever is being sucked out and you're still swimming, just either waiting to die of hypothermia or waiting for that shark to take the bite to see if you're edible, and it's like, is that fucking thing coming back?
Yeah, the bite that you don't see coming, by the way. No idea. I guess you're right, Bill.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
what I
petrifying.
said.
And a surfboard is probably the smallest thing you could possibly be on in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're out of the water, though.
Yeah, you're out of the water. That's true.
But that white bottom of the surfboard looks delicious to a shark.
Yeah, everything's delicious to them.
Thinks it's a nice seal belly.
I would go with tuna.
Yeah.
I got a boogie board a few years ago, and the only ones left were the white bottom ones. No one wants to buy those because they look too much like fucking seals.
Oh, you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, everyone else grabs the ones with different colors, so it throws them off a little bit. But the white is bad in the ocean.
Yeah, there's a lot of shady. I actually talked to a number of surfers when I was out there, like, about that type of stuff, and they're just like, yeah, like every once in a while you see a shadow go underneath you. You just tell yourself it's a dolphin.
Oh my god!
Yeah, fuck that.
Why can't scientists figure out what color sharks fucking hate and make the surfboards that color?
Well, I mean, I don't think that whatever they could figure out. I mean, that's why I would never go into the forest or any of that stuff. I mean, the woods is scary enough, but all you got to deal with is perverts and fucking serial killers. You go into the woods, I mean, the forest, like, when you start talking like bears,
right?
Yeah.
Mountain lions, and God knows what the fuck else is there, snakes and shit. It's just like,
It's
amazing we survived.
We talk about this from time to time. We're all grown men. We think we're brave. You pull off to one of those trails, let's say in New Hampshire. They're all over the fucking place. It's pitch dark. How far does Bill Burr walk in before he's scared out of his fucking mind and is now running back toward the car? How far do you think you can make it? For real.
Dude,
for real.
Pitch black, forget it. How about broad daylight? I went out to, there's a place out here, Big Bear.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess there are no bears. That's what they say. But then every once in a while they just spot one. So we're out going up this fucking trail. It's just the two of us. You know, we were on vacation, so it was like it wasn't a weekend. It was like a Tuesday. So we were the only one on the trail. And my wife is a city girl, and she starts getting freaked out.
Uh-oh.
And starts panicking, like not liking how deep into the woods we are, and then literally her panic starts feeding into my brain, and I'm trying to sit there with my stupid can of Bear Mace, like that's laughing out of my hand like a backup quarterback. and the Bear's like Lawrence Taylor. Remember that Lawrence Taylor movie where it pounce on you from behind, just fucking slap the thing down?
Oh, yeah. That was his move. He loved that.
Your Bear Mace.
We got all the way up to the top, and we finally ran into somebody who was on like a mountain bike and was coming back down. And it was weird the way the trail had serpentined all the way up. We were way higher up than our car.
Yeah.
We weren't that deep into the woods, but it just felt like we were. And I got to tell you, dude, like, you know, I started looking around, and I'm just like, we're fucked.
You're freaking yourself out, yeah.
You just start seeing shit, too.
Right now, what in God's name am I going to do?
Right.
With my stupid can of mace, all I'm going to do is make the thing matter. You know?
You wind up spraying the mace, the wind will blow it right in your face. Now you're blind and you can't breathe, and a bear is eating you.
Yeah, that's basically like throwing paprika on a fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, the bear's like, this one tastes like jalapeno.
Yeah, you're self-seasoning.
When I spent time in L.A., I kind of hiked some of those mountains or whatever, but the ones where there's not a lot of trees or anything, and all they have is one lousy fucking sign that says, watch out for mountain lions. And even though it's a bright sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, you're out of your mind with fear. And I remember thinking, why am I doing this? This is not fun. And you really start seeing shit that's not there. You start really panicking.
You want to stay with the pack. I got one for you. I was taking my dog for a hike yesterday, right? And there was like 4 helicopters I saw flying really low, and it was just, and they were over the park. So I was saying to my buddy, I'm like, are they like training pilots today or something? Like, what's going on? Then these 2 cops go by on horses, and we're sitting there like, why are they on this trail? Those fucking horses are shitting all over the place. And it turns out they were looking for some guy who did something to somebody in a motel.
Oh, God.
He went to the park. And I'm laughing because those guys on the horses went by without me even knowing. They looked right at my face to be like, is this the guy who's sitting in jail for the rest of our lives? All they're thinking is, why are they walking by on their horses? This is so annoying. Some rapist.
Yeah.
Wow. That's scary.
Yeah,
because now they go by you, and you're like, well, did you check every fucking rock around here? Because I'm still out here.
That's the thing about L.A. L.A. will lull you to sleep because it feels like this giant suburb, and you forget that it's a city. Like where I live in a nice area, but like L.A. doesn't go like really nice to to all the way miles and miles, and it gradually goes into one either nicer or worse. It's like patchwork where it's like this area is nice, 3 blocks over. This is a fucking knife fight, and then George Clooney lives here. It's just like it's totally random, and I'm always reminded of that during Halloween when just the fucking all the different people that show up, from fucking rich kids up the hill to the check cashing people down the street.
It runs the gamut.
I never feel like I need to get a gun more than after a night of Halloween.
That is weird, man. Yeah, being spread out like that.
He's right.
I like it. I like knowing I'm entrenched in a good neighborhood.
We got a surfer on the line.
You got to feel like you're the safest guy in your neighborhood. Just knowing that you're the gun nut on the block, and then you can be like, well, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And my neighbors are all afraid that I am going to do all of that.
Right. It's just let them think you're going to do something crazy. They'll just leave you alone. Exactly.
I bet you get nervous waves as you drive down your block.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, that's him. Don't talk to him. They grab their kids a little tighter.
Don't start a friendship.
Yeah. I like it that way.
All right, hold on a minute. This surfer wants in badly. You're on with Bill Burr, Mike in Florida. What's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How you doing?
We're hanging with Bill.
Hey, Bill. Hey, yeah, me and my buddy were out surfing a few years ago right after a storm, and about an 8-foot bull shark came up, and he was paddling back out, just about back up out in the lineup, and his arm went down his mouth, and he basically bit his arm off. It was hanging there just by, like, some tenants and stuff, and I helped him back into the beach, and it was about a year and a half later, and he was able to get fully rehabbed, but it was pretty traumatic because it all happened about, like, 15 feet away from me, so it was like, we know they're always there.
Did it bite the arm totally off, or just was taking that, let's see if this thing's edible, and just mangled it?
Well, see, it would be like sticking your arm down in a purse and slamming it shut, right? So the arm was down the throat, and the shark clamped down on him, and the tail he was thrashing out of the water. The guy was laying on his board because he was, paddling back out, but he was holding onto the board, and the shark was trying to drag him under. It finally let go of him, and man, I ain't bullshitting. This thing fucking took off about 100 miles an hour, went about 15 feet from him, did a U-turn, and came back at him, and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be the end right here. And it fucking bumped that dude, and we never saw it again. So I paddled over to him, I told him to grab onto my trunks, I paddled him in, went banging on some condo doors, got 911 down there. It left 7 teeth in his arm. And the marine biologists were able to determine, yes, it was about an 8-foot bull shark that got a hold of him.
See, was angry that day, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, you understand that you're involved in a sport where getting eaten alive is a possibility.
Yeah,
but
come on.
And that's true. That's why we call pussy on fucking golfers and shit. They get all this money. It's like, motherfucker, all right, today, they're surfing Bonsai Pipeline, the Vulcan Pipe Pro. You guys turn it on live on the internet, and you'll see what these warriors do.
This guy's crazy into it.
They're surfing over. It's 3 foot deep. A. Number B. It's fucking razor sharp coral. If you dive that area when it's flat, when there's no waves, you'll be tripping. You'll be like, oh, shit, people are going to surf over this. And C. The goddamn waves are fucking 30 feet tall, man. I mean, imagine somebody. This is the deal. Think of somebody basically emptying 5 Olympic pools on your head at once.
Pitted.
And pile
so pitted.
Into a reef. I mean, it's pretty crazy when you think about it. And yes,
they were telling stories about guys. They like every year, like world champion level surfers will drown. They had, like, I think out of Hawaii they lost the guy. Like, you just. You fall off your board, the wave pushes you down.
That's when you're pitted, so pitted.
And this is precisely why the space industry has pursued big wave surfers, in addition to SEALs and Special Force people, because these guys have got their head in a special place and they're able to deal with things like that.
I've never heard of NASA trying to get surfers.
Looking for surfers now.
Think about you're underwater, you're getting pummeled by the wave, you don't know which way's up, you're still keeping your head and your wits about, you're like, I got this thing. As soon as this thing releases me, I'll look for the light, I'll swim up, it'll be fine.
You could hold your breath in space, too. If you get out of your spacesuit, you could hold your breath.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking,
you ride those waves right back through the atmosphere, don't you? Yeah.
There you go.
I think he loves surfing.
He loves it.
You love it.
This guy loves surfing.
One other thing, they have kind of figured out this shark thing with the fish. They found out the reef fish that are striped, like black and white stripes. The sharks, for whatever reason, they feel like those striped reef fish have the big dorsal fin with the spines on them, so they don't like to basically go after them. And they have found a very, very high percentage sharks will be turned off to that stripe pattern. So you can buy these giant stickers and throw them on the bottom of your board and look like fucking giant. They look like the biggest tooth ever. Like, oh, I'm such a fucking pussy. I'm afraid these sharks are gonna get me. It's like, get your goddamn board and get out there and fucking let's go.
That's it.
All right.
This guy's crazy.
All right, Hamilton.
Tasty waves.
We found a solution to the problem. What are you, a pussy?
Yes, what are you, a pussy?
That old gag.
Hey, it's like your old man used to say, don't be a fucking pussy and get out
Exactly.
All right, Spicoli. Thank you.
there. All right, I'm going surfing. I got to get out of here.
All right. Right on, brother.
All right, man. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Bill, we got to take a break. What are you promoting anything, or are you just calling to say hi? What's up? Or both? Both is fine, too.
I'm going to be in Westbury on the 19th out on Long Island, and obviously, you know, the Patrice O'Neill thing is what I built all that stuff around, so I'm coming back to do that again. I'm excited to, do another great. Last year was such a great benefit. This year, I'm hoping it's going to be even better.
Are there tickets still available?
Well, we're just finding out how many tickets, the comics on the show need. We got to make sure all of Patrice's friends and families that want, but there will be some being released at some point.
Some of the comps won't be used, so they'll be sold.
All right, I got this figured out. So the Patrice O'Neill benefits is on the 18th, and then you're going to be in Westbury the next day on the 19th. Very cool.
Right.
And I heard your podcast with Jay Moore was really good. I haven't heard it yet, but you're getting some rave reviews on that one.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that still don't understand how great Jay Moore is at impressions.
We love him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he did anything that he hasn't been doing on your show, where it's just unreal. I remember listening to one of the, I was on YouTube. That's how I watch your guys' show, basically. I just go after, because it comes on too early out here, and I just go on the internet, and Jim Norton was going, what the fuck did he say? Hey, do Harvey Keitel in this movie, or do Colin Quinn in Reservoir Dogs. And he just, you're going to be okay, stupid. He's
got,
into that whole, unreal.
He's got the voice and the material.
Jim was the one who said, basically, he not only does how they sound, he does how they think.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, Jay is a very, very, people know he does impressions, but he does ones that nobody does.
Right.
Nobody does Chris Penn or Keitel or Colin. I don't think you have to credit it. Walk-In, everybody kind of did after Jay.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Vedder.
Oh, right,
the Eddie Vedder one is great.
He does fucking, who does he do from HBO Boxing? Larry Merchant?
And they're dead on. I had him do Harvey Keitel doing bad 80s stand-up.
I got to check that out. It's BillBurr.com/podcast to get the Monday morning podcast from Bill Burr. All right, Bill. We got to take a break because we got to sell shit. That's the only reason.
Yeah. You got to make the money. All right, gentlemen. I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. I'm definitely coming in that day.
All right, buddy.
As many mornings as I can come in before the show, I'm gonna swing by. If you guys will have me.
Oh, hell yeah. We look forward to it, Bill. All right.
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
We'll see you.
You got it. Bill Burr does a fine phoner.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy's got his coat on.
Yeah, I got to shoot. I have to be downtown at 10. So I have one plug, AC, Saturday night, the 15th, and then Pittsburgh, February 28th. Everything else is sold out.
Nice.
Should we go home, too?
Absolutely. Yeah, right.
I have to go to work.
We do?
I'm not going home. I'm going to work.
Well,
I have more work to do.
I got my second job at home. Trust me.
I've got more work to do.
I got work at home.
Bye, guys. I'm going to work.
I'm going to work.
Is it still grim outside?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's horrible out. All right, why don't we take a break? We'll continue.
Pitted.
We're going to put on the old Joe Rogan and Ricky Gervais.
Look at that. Star-studded.
That'll be the next podcast, next Wednesday. Wednesday is Opie and Anthony podcast day.
I honestly think Ricky Gervais has a good time when he comes in here.
Yeah, it's obvious.
I've seen him on other things, and I've seen people's reaction to him on Twitter and whatnot. He has a great time when he's here.
We were hanging out with
funny fuck.
We were hanging out with him and a police dog after the show the other day.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. So it was confirmed that Flea was not plugged in at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess they recorded it beforehand.
And what's the statement? They're basically blaming the NFL, right, Travis?
Yeah, I mean, he basically said that this was presented to us in this fashion, and the NFL doesn't like to deal with live instruments during the Super Bowl because there's so much. There's a chance that something could go wrong, and why deal with bad sound when you can deal with a guarantee that it sounds?
But if
it's a live band,
and if something goes wrong, who cares? Does that mean everyone's turning off their TVs?
I don't know. People pay millions.
I like a little dirt.
I would.
I like a little dirt when something's a little off, right?
Be like, oh, listen to that. Oh, someone fucked up.
I kind of like watching live events, hoping that something fucks up.
That something fucks up.
And I know it's a big spot to be in. You know, you're Flea and you're the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you just feel like an idiot if you're up there just like with an air guitar, basically?
Yeah. You'd have to feel silly.
Yeah, he likened it to just filming a music video in front of millions of people.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because they do the same thing when they film videos.
Sure.
But
I don't know. I would just feel.
I would have to think, in all the years the Peppers have been around, they've never done that before.
He said that they used to on MTV.
Right.
I guess for MTV performances.
Yeah.
And then he said that they swore they'd never do it again.
Oh, well, I guess.
Well, until the NFL comes a-calling.
I guess.
Exactly.
I mean, how many people saw that Super Bowl? That's a lot of eyes on you.
Yeah, people say. I hear they don't get paid for that, though, right?
I don't think so, no.
Which is really kind of odd, but
I think, I mean,
it's the exposure factor. People buy your
Bruno
albums.
Mars's albums went up 168%.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's odd at all because the Red Hot Chili Peppers probably sold a shitload of units after their appearance. It's just weird. People go, oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh, I got to download all their stuff now.
Yeah.
They had plenty of opportunities to do that before.
Sure had.
It's just weird how our brains
Who
work.
didn't know?
I'm guilty of that too, you know?
Yeah, sometimes like, oh, yeah, let me download that.
Oh, okay, I got to download that now. I don't know. So
yeah, the prime example is the song at the end of Breaking Bad, the last episode.
Yeah.
Like, everyone wound up downloading that. It's an old fucking song.
I think the best example is Journey with the Sopranos.
Oh, God, yeah.
Journey, again, with Sopranos.
Don't
it's one
stop
of those,
believing.
Yeah. Oh, I'll download it.
People
it's been out there
decided
just sitting there for years.
At that point, so many people decide, wow, this is a really cool song.
Yeah.
But
hey.
it's always been a cool song, for most.
And not only some people, it was like #1 on iTunes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the Breaking Bad song? Because I'm not a Breaking Bad guy.
What was the name of it? Something Blue?
Was it Baby Blue or
Baby Blue.
Oh, Baby Blue by Badfinger?
Baby Blue, yeah.
By Badfinger?
That was the one.
By Badfinger?
By Badfinger.
Badfinger. Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm a big fan of Day After Day myself, but
oh boy,
I'll do a little
Here's
Baby
the spoiler
Blue.
shot. Oh, they did it live? What? Or is this a video?
Ladies and gentlemen, Badfinger.
Who's that? Oh
that
my God,
looks
is that
like Kenny Rogers.
That was an old video of Kenny Rogers.
Not a hint of gray hair yet.
No.
Fuck yeah.
This is live, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This video's old. His hairdo. Kind of a Eric Clapton thing going on there.
It's not that good live.
It sounds alright.
It's alright.
Jesus, what year is that?
So a shitload of people downloaded this?
Shitload.
No kidding.
I think this is a little different, though, because, like, my generation, I didn't know about this song.
Yeah.
I'd never heard this song.
Me neither.
Huh?
I'd never heard this song existed before Breaking Bad.
Oh, you
Wow,
little kids.
really?
You wacky little kids.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is adorable. What are you guys, 40
You know Day
now?
After Day?
No, I don't think
That was
so.
a big hit for Badfinger. They had some tragedy, right, Badfinger?
Did they? What happened to Badfinger?
I think they had some problems.
Oh, boy.
I believe, if it's the band I'm thinking of. Might have been a suicide or two.
Or two. Yikes.
I think. Help me out here.
Sam is going to the wiki, which is
Wiki.
Wikipedia.
And what happened? The feminists are all about, like, changing Wikipedia or something?
Are they? What? They don't like it?
Oh, I guess,
Problem?
Oh, you got the
Jerry
story?
Seinfeld running it?
Yeah. Yeah.
looks like,
They were on the Beatles label, Apple.
Pete Ham killed himself.
Yep.
I guess he was the singer.
Yep.
Whoops.
And then one of the
he
other
got what he deserved.
Why did he kill himself?
He was tired of being Pete Ham.
Why?
And then one of the other guys, Evans, somebody named it, Tom Evans, saw him, the body, and then couldn't get over it and stopped performing, I guess.
Right.
Where did he see the body? Like walked in, or saw him at the funeral or something.
And you're skipping the part that Evans then killed himself.
I'm looking for the longer
I'm telling you, there's been that tragedy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They had a couple good hits.
So that guy, that singer right there, he fucking killed himself?
He's gone, yeah. And the Beatles, they were backing these guys for a while.
How'd he do it?
One of them, I believe, hung himself.
Yikes.
I believe. And Ham, I don't know. I want to say he shot himself.
Whoa.
I think.
You're still going on the 2 suicides here, huh?
Yeah, why?
Sam Roberts can't find it.
No, there's 2 suicides for sure.
Absolutely,
I'm looking for
2 suicides.
Yeah,
Okay.
Evans and Ham both.
You just said he stopped performing, and then...
Well, no, and then Opie said the thing.
Oh.
And I thought that is a fact. I didn't need to confirm Opie. He's the guy.
Oh. Well, I need a verification from Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah, Evans. Evans killed himself, for
He
sure.
hung himself.
Damn.
Once again, I believe Opie. I'm looking for the details, but I believe him.
What are the other guys doing now? Are they...
Wishing those 2 guys didn't kill themselves.
Yeah, I bet.
That's about all
God.
they're doing.
That sucks.
See, that didn't happen to Supergroup Asia.
No, they're
Just
all
found out
still
Evans hanged himself.
I said that 8
wow.
times prior to what you just
But
said.
it wasn't,
I want to know a little bit about some of these bands.
Wikipedia, you gotta...
Oh, and you know what Ham did?
What?
Also hanged himself.
Well, I was
What?
wrong there. I thought it was a gunshot.
Wow.
That was a hanging.
What kind of a pact did they have?
I don't know.
Gee.
And why?
Well, Evans...
Well, we know why Evans.
No, this was much
Why
later.
Ham?
Evans was much later than Ham.
I know. Why Ham? Ham started this shit.
Okay.
Because Evans got depressed over the Ham one, so why Ham?
Right.
Okay, on the night of April 23rd, 1975, Ham received a phone call from the United States telling him all his money had disappeared.
What?
That's a terrible phone call.
From who? Who told him?
Black magic is that?
Wait, a phone call from the United States?
Yes.
How do you get that call? Hi, I'm the United States.
Oh, my God.
Your money's gone.
What happened?
That seems a little shady.
And he doesn't get to see the bicentennial. That son of a bitch.
Oh.
It was a hell of a display with all those ships.
The ships.
What?
Later that
I
wait a
heard
minute.
from my father. I'm a child of the 80s.
Bicentennial was 70.
I'm a child of the 80s. I heard things, and I saw pictures.
I didn't see the bicentennial either.
It wasn't 1786.
Not in New York.
Well, 70.
I was in California.
I was alive in '76, but extremely young.
Well, and
extremely young.
Forming memories, driving.
Extremely young.
Fucking sucking.
Later that night, Tom.
Wait, go back. So the United States,
the United States called him.
Yes.
Yes, the United States gave him a phone call and said all your money has disappeared.
Ham received a phone call from the United States.
Telling him his money disappeared? What the fuck is that?
It was the world's strangest phone call.
Had disappeared. Okay, go ahead.
Later that night, he met Tom Evans, and they went to a pub together where Ham...
Why is he dragging Evans into this nonsense?
I don't know.
Why does he keep that to himself?
They figured they'd just hang out that night?
Ham drank 10 whiskeys.
10 whiskeys.
Get it?
Oh, I like that. Evans drove him home.
At 3 in the morning.
3 a.m.
I'll swing you home.
And and then Ham hanged himself in his garage studio later that morning. On his suicide note addressed to his girlfriend and her son, he blamed Polly. I don't know who Polly is. Apparently, we should have read a little more of this article. For much of his despair and inability to cope with the disappointments in his life. The note read, Anne, I love you. Blair, I love you. I will not be allowed to love and trust everybody. This is better. Pete. P.S. Stan Polly is a soulless bastard.
Wow.
I will take him with me.
Stan Polly.
He probably took his money.
It looks like
Stan Polly took his money.
Looks like he's the management guy in this.
Here's what you do, though. Why not kill Stan Polly?
Right.
First. And then you could, do whatever the fuck you want, but at least you got a little of that, what they call revenge.
Right. And someone is pointing out that the two guys that didn't hang themselves are the ones that should have hung themselves. Because I think Evans and Ham were the main guys in Badfinger, I believe. We certainly know Ham was because he was the lead singer.
We got a good fucking line on Eatman. I don't want to get that phone call from the United States.
Yeah,
the United States called Opie and Anthony and said, "Uh-oh."
I don't need the United States calling me.
No, I got bills to pay.
You know what sucks? If they both
will that come up on your fucking caller ID?
Yeah, United States call. I'm like, oh, there's a call from the United States. I'm just going to let it go to voicemail.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's when you let go to voicemail.
Right.
If they both just relaxed and waited about 40 years, they would have gotten a whole bunch more money. Because Breaking Bad.
You're right. See?
Right.
I mean, I don't know what they would have done for 40 years. That seems like a while.
Hunt down that fucking Stan Polly motherfucker.
That's right.
That's it. So he could have said a cool line. Like, he could have had a crowbar and been like, Polly want a cracker in the skull and then hit him in the head or something.
Well, let's go look up Stan Polly.
Yeah, now we need to know what Stan Polly did.
Because this is 75, so Stan Polly by now has to be dead, and hopefully it was in some horrific way if he did Ham and Evans wrong.
Right.
All right? See, we're from the future.
Right.
I love being from the future.
We're looking at this with futuristic eyes.
Too bad we can't tell Ham and Evans that everything's going to be okay. Stan Polly, go ahead.
He lived to be 87 years old.
Oh, my God, there's no justice in this world.
Keep believing in your gods.
Oh, you know, karma will get you. 87.
I love the karma will get you, people, really?
Yeah, karma, dude,
Stan Polly took Evans and Ham's money and to the point where the United States called them to tell them, and this guy gets to live to old age. How did he die? Peacefully looking at the ocean in Hawaii?
Right. Surrounded by loved ones and children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Yeah, let's go.
In 1991, Polly pleaded no contest to charges of misappropriating funds and money laundering in California. Aeronautics engineer Peter Brock accused Polly of swindling him for $250,000 after the two set up a corporation to manufacture airplane engines.
So this guy just kept...
He just keeps swindling people. Is there a story about his involvement with the Badfinger guy?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Wait, but
Polly was placed on probation for 5 years.
In 91.
And ordered by the court to return all missing funds to Brock, although the complainant said the restitution never materialized. He got probation and paid nothing back.
Oh, my God.
Nothing happened to him.
Wow.
In 1972, he negotiated a record contract with Warner Brothers for Badfinger, which called for advances to be paid into an escrow account. In 1974, Warner's publishing division filed a lawsuit against Polly when it was unsuccessful in locating the funds.
That's when the United States called and said his money disappeared.
Right.
The legal Morris crippled Badfinger financially.
Right.
Band leader
Pete Ham
committed suicide in 1975, leaving behind a note pointing the finger at Polly for his financial ruin.
And that motherfucker, what happened to that?
Nothing.
This guy's the Teflon Don.
Yeah, he went with that escrow.
Put it in an escrow account.
What?
In 1971, before the Badfinger thing even happened.
Right. Before Ham and Evans killed themselves because the United States government called them to say they had no money?
Yes.
Okay.
Polly was named as an intermediary between unnamed crime figures and a New York Supreme Court judge.
Wow.
Most of Polly's American clients said they were already suspicious of their manager by this point, but the publicity of the hearings convinced several to sever ties with him. So he's got this, and then he goes to fuck Badfinger, and then he goes to fuck Peter Brock, who just wants to build some airplane engines.
I don't blame Polly anymore. Badfinger should have known.
Should have done a little research there, a little due diligence.
They deserve the United States calling them to say they have no more money.
Oh, my God. No, they said your money disappeared.
Right, because there was the signs were everywhere that this Stan Polly was not a good guy.
And how did the guy with the airplane engines not do his research at that point?
That was 91.
91, 20 years later.
Killed themselves and fucking... You got some mob dealings and shit. And you're like, yeah, I'll give you a few hundred G's for these airplane engines.
Yeah, and I'll help you. Just give me the money. And then he's like, okay, I won in court. Now you're going to pay me back, right? And he goes, absolutely not.
You got it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's the story of Badfinger.
Didn't know that.
Now let's hear Day After Day.
Oh,
just to bring it all together nice for the people.
Fuck Stan Polly anyway. You know how much the guy who sings this song made off this?
How much?
Nothing. He killed himself because of it. Nothing. Not a dime.
Yeah.
Stan Polly.
Stan Polly. Remember finding out about him. We got the call from the United States.
What did the United States say?
Yeah. Well, it said your money disappeared.
Yeah. Wondering where the fuck his money is.
Oh.
My empty room, really.
Yeah.
Everything's gone.
There's no money in it, that's
no
for
more
sure.
Day After Day.
That guy in Cleveland's dream house looks better than this guy's.
Right.
And money, too.
Oh, boy.
Love and money to you.
Oh, boy. This is grim.
When he first wrote this song, he was just thinking to himself, things are going great. I got money. I got a great manager.
Right. Fast forward, he's hanging himself.
Oh, man. How did the other guy see his body?
Let's find out what happened to the other two guys that decided that they didn't need to hang themselves.
Yeah, let's do a whole fucking behind the music. Where are they now?
Right.
All right, we already found out 2 of them dead.
Right.
Stan Polly dead after a long life of
a wonderful life
of no fucking problems,
of no fucking karma whatsoever.
None.
I was reading about the only one that's alive right now.
Yeah.
Is Joey Molland.
Yeah.
And he still tours as Joey Molland's Badfinger.
Oh, God damn no.
And he had no idea that Breaking Bad was using the song.
Right.
Because he didn't write it. The lead singer wrote it. So his estate dealt with it. And he's just watching the show and it comes on.
So
should be Stan Polly's estate.
So if Ham and Evans hung in there, eventually they would have got paid for their Baby Blue song.
Right.
Yep.
Because they would have cleaned up all that nonsense that Stan Polly put through.
That's right. They would have killed Stan Polly.
Hey, what did that guy play that's still alive?
I think he's a bass player.
Oh, my God, the bass player
lives on.
He's the guitarist.
Oh, the guitarist. Okay. All right.
Do we have any audio of him trying to do Badfinger songs without Ham and Evans? I always love hearing that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some live Joey Molland's Badfinger on YouTube.
You want to try to find some live Joey... How do you spell his last name?
M-O-L-L-A.
Right.
M-O-L-L-A...
Man.
A-N-D?
What a tragedy.
Yeah, M-O-L-L-A-N-D.
Let's see.
How did no one...
Here's Joey Molland singing Day After Day.
Oh, perfect. All right, let's see if it sounds similar without Ham. What year is this from?
2009.
We're getting close to the end now, so...
Oh, boy.
You know... I really feel like a beer tonight, honest to God. I can't tell you how much I feel like a beer. Can't say that. Don't say anything about beer on stage, Joe. You know, it drives people mad.
To the point of suicide?
Anyway, so Coming Down was a big giant hit for us all over the place. And our guitar player at the time, a fellow named Peter Ham, he started falling in love with girls and writing songs about them.
Oh boy, look out.
Game of beer.
And then Stan Polly.
For the rest of the cast, so you can have a, whatever. Anyway, so Peter started writing these songs. Wrote that one, Baby Blue.
You know, the guy that hung himself? That guy.
No. The other guy that hung himself.
That one. A lot of great tunes. Godfrey's going to play slide guitar for us on this, like George did on the record, and hope you like it. It's called Day After Day.
It's very similar to the record.
But he has no business singing this song.
I guess George Harrison played the slide. Is that what he meant?
Yeah.
This poor bastard.
This is no good.
A lot of effects on his microphone.
He's got a lot of
boosted it way
backup.
high so he
got a
could,
lot
like,
of backup help.
Yeah, so he could be really low.
It's
when
tuned
he sings.
down. Yeah.
It sounds like he's singing over some background tracks too, right?
You got to give it up, broski.
He's just singing away the dead guy song.
He has no emotional attachment to this song.
Hey, we're going to learn something here today.
What happened?
Mike in New York. Mike.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
I think you guys may have covered it already, but you know, both Pete Ham and Tom Evans hung themselves.
What?
No. Yes, over the course of a year or two, due to the fact that their manager stole all their money.
What?
Who was their manager?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What's the story behind it?
Yeah.
Well, they were on Apple Records, which the Beatles owned.
What?
George Harrison had helped them out and had actually the slide guitar on that record that you just played. The version, is George Harrison playing guitar on it.
Really?
He actually, yes.
I've never heard that before.
Holy shit.
At least in the last couple minutes.
Was a big fan of them.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah?
And, in the early to mid-'70s, they would play arenas and come home from tours with no money. Where's all our money? And the manager would go, I don't know. And then he split with millions and millions of their dollars.
Did they get like a phone call to tell them they had no money?
Yeah, that
How
the
did they
money
find
disappeared
out?
or something?
Yeah.
They went to call their manager, and he was gone. He had left the country.
Oh, man.
Wow, fuck.
Disappeared.
Was their manager like a shady guy?
Why didn't the United States call?
Well, that I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
His manager, what was his manager, a shady business man?
Well, I guess it turned out that way, didn't it?
It was probably the only time he did it, though. He probably learned his lesson.
Let me tell you a recent Joey Molland story.
Sure.
Good.
Who's he now? Who's that guy?
He's the last surviving guy.
What?
There's only one left?
There's only one last guy, and now he tours.
It's like we asked for an oral report.
Of what we just did. Right. It's an oral report.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he tours as Joey Molland's Badfinger. And
wow.
That's what he tours as?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So he uses the Badfinger name, but he says Joey Molland's Badfinger.
And how does he sound? Is there, I don't know, clips of him singing or anything?
Probably, but I know my brother actually played drums for him, and he said he was really good.
Oh,
That's cool.
really?
He also, interestingly enough, a friend of mine is a school teacher up here in Rockland County, and he had Joey Molland come in and do a presentation for all these middle school students for like 2 hours, and they had no idea who this guy was.
Of course. Too bad you weren't there. You could have told him everything twice.
I wasn't, but my buddy did videotape the entire thing, so he's got it.
All right.
Wait a minute. I think I just found a clip
of
Joey Molland's Badfinger.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's he singing?
Well, they did a song. I guess they did a song called "Day After Day." Is that right?
Sure. That was one of the big Badfinger hits.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is actually from 2009.
Right, Mike?
Oh. Jesus.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Good, and hope you like it. It's called Day After Day.
Oh.
Yeah, that familiar sound. But that was George Harrison on the record, right?
Seems like, just yesterday I was listening to this.
Sure.
What are the original guys doing?
5 minutes ago.
Sounds like sounds like live from the compound.
Exactly.
Now
you could probably get him to do it.
Probably good.
Now that I listened to this for the first time,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound that good.
No.
It's all right there, Mike.
He's old.
Oh, yeah?
I think he's missing the guy that might have hung himself.
There's just one of them, right?
Yeah, two guys hung themselves.
How do you know so much, but you don't know who the goddamn manager is?
Right.
I don't know. Look, I'm good at rock trivia. What can I tell you?
You're great at it.
Oh,
you're just not good at listening.
Rock trivia.
You're a horrible
I'd
listener.
be great at rock trivia, too, if I just heard it.
Right. No, the problem is he's a horrible listener.
Oh, he's a horrible listener. You're a terrible listener, sir.
All right, Mike.
I was on hold for a while. Thanks.
Were you?
All right.
Listen to the replay. You'll laugh your ass off.
He was on hold. That's where you hear the show.
Of course.
What is he doing?
Yes, the show. That's another thing. The show is on hold.
Of course it is.
Like, you can't avoid it.
No.
Because you got to keep it to your ear because you never know when we're going to pick
Or you
up.
can put it down and turn on speaker, but
you're
you're still
hear
hearing
everything.
it. That was astounding. I've never had a caller where he mentioned so many things that we had talked about merely seconds before.
It just shows you we did a great job with it.
Oh, yeah. He filled us in on everything we said.
And can you go back to the Wikipedia page? Because I hear that the listeners are adding to the Badfinger Wikipedia page.
Hey, where does the wiki from Wikipedia come from?
Wiki.
Do we know? Is there an answer to that question?
Check Wikipedia.
Why didn't that fucking guy have that?
Yeah, check Wikipedia.
Oh, Wikipedia's
Bravo.
page on Wikipedia.
Wow,
That's
Badfinger's page is
weird.
long, man.
While Sam's looking for that, if any of our listeners want to go see Joey Mullen's Badfinger tonight, he's playing at a Famous Dave's in Minnesota.
He's at Famous Dave's on a Wednesday night in Minnesota.
With Crow.
That's better than being Evans or Ham.
You know what? I'm not sure you're right about that. Oh, wow. Wow.
This is how great we are. We just made Badfinger very fun to listen.
Very popular and fun
to listen to.
Oh, here's the wiki thing. Don Wicklin, as a matter of fact, invented Wikipedia.
Very cool.
And that's where Wikipedia came from.
It's a Don Wicklin tribute site.
Yeah, Don Wicklin.
Are the listeners adding? Do you have to go all the way to the bottom? How does this work? I don't know.
Let's see.
People speculating Famous Dave's is probably in the Mall of America up there. Is it true? I don't know. Go see him.
Wait, what about the plaque? That's kind of nice.
What? Teeth?
Joey Mullen's wife, Kathy Mullen, died on March 24, 2009.
Oh.
And Stan Polly died on July 20th, 2009.
Oh, Joey Mullen. Stan Polly outlived Joey Mullen's wife?
Oh, man.
What an asshole, this Stan Polly.
She probably just wanted to live long enough to see him die.
She didn't.
And she didn't.
In April 2013, a blue plaque was unveiled to honor Pete Ham in his hometown of Swansea.
Wow.
The event was attended by two former members of the Ivies, Ron Griffiths and Di Jenkins.
Oh, my God. What an awful tribute. Oh, that's horrible.
A concert followed the unveiling of the plaque featuring former Badfinger members Bob Jackson and Al Wadkey or something like that.
That other guy didn't go?
I guess not. So there's three guys that were still around. Right. Okay.
You want your wiki answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiki means quick in Hawaiian, and wiki websites like Wikipedia and Wiki Answers run on wiki software, which allows for collaborative editing and easy creation of pages.
All right.
Wikipedia comes from encyclopedia.
Well, I thought that. So then the WikiLeaks thing, how does that get the wiki name?
Quick Leaks.
Yeah, Quick Leaks. They may have just taken it as a play.
I got to take a wiki leak.
I like that.
What are you, in Boston?
Quick leak. Yeah.
All right.
Wow, that's boy.
Famous Dave's is a barbecue chain. Yeah, we kind of figured that out.
God.
Thank you, though.
You know, I actually just got, for our listeners out there, Joey Mullen is going to be playing at one of those restaurants.
Really?
That's right.
Nice.
One of the listeners calling with that one?
Yes.
Wow.
All right. And finally, what's going on with Jeopardy? Like, Jeopardy people are bothered by the fact that a contestant isn't playing the board traditionally.
What do you mean? Oh, they're skipping around?
He's swimming. They're calling it swimming, and that's upsetting people.
It's not the proper etiquette? What does he go, like 500 on one?
Trying to find the daily doubles.
So he's moving it around instead of going from easiest to hardest like they usually do?
Yeah.
Most people.
Why is this a story?
And is he skipping categories too?
Yeah.
Does he go like two?
Yeah, he said he's figured out an entire way to like
Find the daily double?
figure it out, and keep points away from other people.
The daily double. So
he said, I'm not going to feel bad, I'm trying to make money.
Exactly.
It's a game. There's supposed to be strategy.
Is that etiquette? That's nothing but game etiquette. Fuck etiquette when you're trying to win a game. Is it that guy?
Yeah.
Wow, he looks like he's a wiki guy.
It's It's the famous, this is not what I'm used to.
No. You're supposed to go 100 through 5 and then 2 through 1,000.
Ugh. I don't even know why this is a story, and I don't even know why we brought it up. Who cares? The guy's jumping around the board.
Doesn't he look like he's from Wikiland?
He looks like...
it's like Hawaiian or something.
He does.
That's that Hawaiian joint.
I'm going Korean for that guy. Hey, can you open the door?
Sure.
I hear the guy from Badfinger is playing a big kahuna burger. That's next.
Are we in trouble?
Why is he nodding his head?
Why is he nodding?
Oh, no. Does he know?
He's either a really good actor or we're really in trouble.
Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I can't be in trouble. I can only be in trouble Tuesdays and Thursdays.
He nodded his head without smiling.
Hey, open it.
No one penciled in trouble, so I could put it in my calendar.
You ask him a question.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I am.
Oh. Are we having a meeting after this show or something?
Oh, my God.
Another yes nod.
We haven't seen that person since the Pat Cooper extravaganza, I call it.
The meeting, yes, was very enthusiastic, yes.
I really thought it was a little too quiet.
Little too quiet,
and then when my text was not answered, I figured, oh, boy. All right, we got to go.
Wow.
Huh?
What? That was our out. Don't forget podcast. Wednesday's Opie and Anthony podcast day. This week it's Louis C.K. and Penn Jillette. Go get that. Anthony, what do you got?
Well, forgetting Valentine's Day is bad. Bad finger. It's bad as forgetting her birthday. Oh, boy, you don't want to do that. You just, you can't do it. And you can't wait until the last minute. Get 100 Blooms of Love with a free glass vase for just $19.99. Or upgrade and add gourmet chocolate. I thought she was going to give me some of that Russell Stover, but this is some gourmet chocolates. And teddy bear, you could add that for $9.99 more. Just use code OPIE. 100 gorgeous and colorful blooms. Huge bouquet for just $19.99 or upgrade for $9.99 more. Yes, you can beat the price. You can't beat the price. Or the convenience. Best value. Get it done early. Choose the delivery date and check it off the list. You are done, my friends, for Valentine's Day. Here's the only way to get this amazing Valentine's Day deal. 100 Blooms of Love with free glass vase for just $19.99. Upgrade and add chocolates and teddy bear for just $9.99 more. Go to proflowers.com. Click on the blue microphone in the top right corner. It needed the money. And type in OPIE. That's proflowers.com. Click on the microphone and type in OPIE. Order today. This deal expires Friday at midnight. Much like a Stan Polly expired. This deal will expire at midnight. Get 100 Blooms of Love with free glass vase for just $19.99. Upgrade and add gourmet chocolates teddy bear for just $9.99 more. Just use code OPIE. Order today from proflowers.com. That's it for me. Why are you meandering over here with more paper?
There's going to be like a little 20 seconds, and then you do this one.
I don't see any 20 seconds.
30 seconds!
Oh, man.
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show.
Sam Roberts, Opie and Anthony